Oh my god. We thought the temporal timeline shenanigans was bad enough already. Uh, Welcome to like 2 months later because that happened. I don't know what this game is. We're not doing it because the event's over. It's done. The next event has come out. Do you want to do work train again? I guess we can go to extract technically, because who knows fucking what's in the dispense tab. Oh, terrifying. There's spoilers in that. Hey, look! We finally got the Cassetti ID. Oh, Jesus. There he is. About fucking time. God damn. So, yeah, no, we've already recorded one event. So there's 3 total events after this Kanto. We have the Walpurgis knocked and the Arknights event. The Arknights event's gone. We're never getting it again. I will tell you right now, get hyped for that one, because there's some of 2 of the coolest bosses, one in particular, ever in Limbus were in there. Phenomenal. Oh yeah. But it's gone. We'll never see them again. Great. You know, Arknights sucks. I hate Arknights. I don't know, man. This shit ain't real. I'm very tempted to try to use the ego, so that way I can, like, show it off at the very least, so... But I got it all recorded, so it'll all be there. But we're going from... Temporally, timeline-wise, I did Walpurgis Knocked, a chunk of this, then... Arknights. Then we're coming back to this. Then I'm recording the next... Intervallo. But that's gonna be uploaded all of this... Then Walpurgis Knocked, then the Intervallo, then Arknights. We've recorded in 2, 1, 4, 1, 3. Nice. Oh, no. That's oh, Jesus. That's been too long since I've had dialogue. Hey, Honglu, how does it feel after your head exploded? I mean, okay, that's happened quite a few times, but, like, especially now.
그러다가 혹시나 차 안에 무슨 독이라도 있으면 아무리 단테 씨가 계신다 해도 너무 무모하잖아요.
단테님이 계셔서 아무 생각 없이 마신 것은 아니랍니다. 그랬다면 단테님이 공연이 아플 일이 늘 테니까요. 그저 스빈이 이렇게 무뚝뚝하게 되었어도 스빈은 스빈인 채니까 문제 없을 거라고 생각했어요. 맞아요. 제 가장 가까운 시종이라 값비싼 생명보험에 들었었거든요. 생명보험은 기억 자체를 건드리지는 않으니까요. 하지만 점점 풍화되어 간다고 해요. 그리하여 기억은 거센 바람과 비에 깎여나가는 바위처럼 서서히 작아지고 흐려지고 마침내 형태조차 남지 않게
We heard that one before.
아, 한때 그러한 모양의 바위가 있었구나 라는 느낌만 들 뿐인 거예요. 하지만 전 그 느낌만이라도 스빈에게 따뜻한 기억으로 남았으면 좋겠어요.
We know it can get even worse, especially with Enoch. Eventually, even though those faint impressions of a memory, they themselves start to get worn away too. So now there's only a ghost of what once was.
사활을 건 전쟁을 앞두고 있을 때 가장 먼저 해야 할 것은 주적의 정보를
No?
알아내는 것이다.
There's another one?
우리에게 제일
Oh, the timeline's gonna be... Oh no, don't make me record another thing before I finish this, Kanto. Limbus, the director's son, please. I can only take so much. I mean, sure, I guess.
잘린 사람의 목을 들고 아무렇지 않게 경고한다거나
I only have so much time in the day. Not more content, please.
저희와 시춘 씨를 가주 대전에 아예 참가하지도 못하게.
Hanafuda. Ooh, we actually did get Hanafuda. Interesting. I wonder, I thought they were just gonna do that as like a tongue-in-cheek little reference, because you never see them. Spoilers, everyone. We never fucking see those guys again. It was just a cute little reference to Ruina. We've seen Hanafuda and Alan in this game, like this Kanto. So there was the one time, it was a quick, just a, and they're gone. I'm surprised we actually got Hanafuda. I thought they were just being cheeky with it. Where's Hanafuda in that? Here, while this cutscene's going, I'm doing some research.
태어나기 전부터 이곳에는 수많은 권모술수와 비명 행사가 오갔고 지금은 가시가가 4대 가문 중 제일 큰 영향력을 차지하고 있죠. 그 덕에 저는 조금 더 부유하고 편안하게 모두가 부러워하고 우러러보는 삶을 살 수 있었던 거고요. 그리고 치우 형님은 그 바닥 아래에 있었어요.
바닥? 무언가의 비유요?
비유가 아니라면 바닥 아래에 있었다는 것은 누가 떠밀었다는 소리처럼 들리는.
It would make absolutely zero sense if it was any. Okay, we're fully pausing to break that down. Literally no pair fits better than Wolf Heathcliff and Red Hood Ishmael. Those are the only two. They are both as perfect of a fit. Because, have you seen the last Walpurgis, Scion? Oh, no, that's Bullet. Well, I mean, then you have... I don't know why I thought you both have the same color. Fucking... It's like... It's the only one that fits. With the whole theme of... like, too high resonance with the ego. It's the only thing that makes sense thematically. Those two fit better than anyone else. No one else fits. Heathcliff literally turned into a wolf, and Ishmael based her entire life on getting revenge on the thing that ruined her life and took everything away from her. They are as close to just being those abnormalities as a normal person can be. I'm okay with getting 2 Ishwalps in a row. That's okay. Like, go back to the plot. I want to see how far in Hanafuda is in the timeline. Give me a second.
그러다가 결국엔 발 디딜 공간 하나 없어지게 되어 형님에게 남은 건 낙하뿐이었죠. 치유 형님은 멸문한 공시 가문의 마지막 남은 후손이에요.
분명 성이 가시 아니었는가?
어머니 쪽이 공가의 분이셨거든요.
그런...
아마도 그 사람을 밀어낸 손 중에는 제 것도 있었을 거예요.
Hanafuda is actually lower ranked than Kim. Wild. She's only Urban Plague, whereas Kim's an Urban Nightmare. Why are we getting her?
할머니와 어르신들의 어여쁨이 있었기에 형제 자매들의
Alan would make more sense. Okay, well, that might be too much of a step up, actually. He's like mid-star, oddly enough. But then again, Night Owls aren't that big of a deal.
받아들일 생각이랍니다.
I kind of want us to get Dante, I'm gonna be honest, that's so funny. Yeah. I mean, who would fit Alan? We don't really know much about Alan. Neither do we do Hanafuda. That's the point. That's probably why they're doing a general reception, because we don't really know much about them. I'm gonna be honest, I still have Bayard as my #1 request. Where is he? I want him. Yeah, probably Gregor. It fits in with the theme because Alan's missing a body part. His was a leg. Gregor's an arm. I could see Gregor Allen having the rapier be like built into his arm. Oh. Where are we right now? God, just keep moving on. Not important.
2차 심사장소 입구에 당도하였습니다. 참가자분들은 각자 승강기를
I'm not paying a lot of attention to the story because this Walpurgis is important.
그럼 저희도 탑승할까요? 너무 눈에 띄는 것 같은 느낌이라 얼른.
오라버니,
대옥,
그간 안녕하셨나요?
So some things of note. An Alan page would actually be unique because he's one of the first instances of destroying an enemy's dice. Like Alan's page has it if you are 3 faster than an opponent, it just outright destroys a block die he's facing against. As well as he's still the single largest source of pierce in the game, +2 pierce power, but -2 to slash and blunt, which is interesting. Whereas Hanafuda is the real first archetype that actually can make discard worked, even though we have that going on currently. We have a lot of discard stuff that's unique to Limbus, but Hanafuda was the first in Ruina, so she should really start... I'm gonna be honest, I could see Hanafuda being a team leader to just every single discard ID. I feel that that would be fitting for her role in Ruina, because you rely on Hanafuda for a long time for discard strategies.
어르신들께서 세상에 나가 좀 더 많은 걸 경험하고 오라 하셨거든.
떠난다고요? 대관원을? 결국 제게는 그날의 어떤 답도 해주시지 않은 채로 이렇게 떠나시는군요. 왜 계속 그렇게 웃고만 계시는 건가요? 부디 다시 돌아오지 않기를 바라겠습니다.
한때는 정답게 지내는 인연이었지만 모든 건 공연한 일. 지금은 하늘에도 땅에도 얽매임이 없고 이 마음엔 기쁨도 슬픔도 남아있지 않아요. 꽃이 필 때는 그것이 사랑스럽지만 시들어지게 되면 슬픔만 더하게 되니 차라리 처음부터 만나지 않는 편이 좋았을 터.
너는 언제나 듣기에 어렵고 슬픈 말을 하는구나.
제 장례는 일찌감치 치렀고 뒤늦게 오라버니께 인사라도 드렸으니 부디 이곳에서 서로 죽을 때는 형체도 남지 않게 되는 한 줄기 연기가 되어 바람에 흩날리게 되길 바랄게요.
아, 여러분들께는 소개를 미처 못해드렸네요. 어렸을 때 잠시나마 인연을 맺었던 아이랍니다. 지금은 보다시피 좋지 않은 상황에서 제외하게 되었지만요.
누군가의 호의로 이곳에 왔다 함은
인연이란 건 이토록 제멋대로 달라지는 것이니까요.
결코 이곳에서 살아나갈 수 없다. 우리는 사활을 걸고 내 놈의 목을 칠 거야.
I recognize that man. It's like I can hear him even now.
전부 악인인 건가?
저들에게는 저희가 악인인 것이겠죠?
Man,
그렇다면
I'm still upset. I'm still waiting. Well, not upset yet. We're not there yet.
분별이네요.
He is still the guy I want an ID for the most. Number fucking 1 is the fucking jar guy. Love that man. My man. Those of you who have played Lobotomy Corporation... What's this in Ruina 2? Maybe. Lobotomy Corporation especially should probably remember this.
대체 돈을 얼마나 쏟아부었으려나요?
가조 심사 2차전. 시작.
아, 이곳이 어디인지 이제 알겠네요.
와본 적 있는 곳이야?
여기는 옛날에 공시 가문이 운영하던 구 H사의 터랍니다. 아직 그때의 상처가 채 아물지 않은 곳일 텐데 이제 새로운 피가 또 덮어지려나요?
Because of course, what else would be in this location than the dungeon of this canto? Oh yeah. This is the start of part 2. And part 3 is just at the top. Part 2 is literally the dungeon. They're really shaking it up for us, eh? I guess it makes sense. Though, we'll say I was very tempted to try to actually make use and show off the new ego from Arknights, but no. You will get your chance to see them when the temporal timeline reconverges back when that is actually shown. But, Hakuei, how's it going? But for now, we will continue on with the original sinking team carrying us through.
고통 없이 지식을
In we
얻지
go.
못한다나 뭐라나.
뜰 앞에서 서러워하는 꽃 장례 지내는 사람이
Of course, also that's the cliffhanger of part 1, is us seeing this location.
꽃갈기 홀로 들고 눈물을 짓더니 빈 가지 뿌려진 눈물엔 빗자국이 어려있네. 어젯밤 뜰 밖에서 슬픈 노래가 들렸는데 그것은 꽃넋과 가는 새 넋의 울음이었지. 가는 봄이 안타까워도 할 수 있는 것은 없으니 그 수많은 울음소리를 그저 듣기만 하는 수밖에.
이제 알겠느냐? 너는 할 수 있는 게 무엇도 없단다. 그러니
그렇다면 여기가 멸문했다던 공씨 가문의 건물인가요?
네, 맞아요. 지금은 사용하지 않는 공간이죠.
그렇다면 이 안에 계셨던 사람들은 전부 도대체 어떤 죄를 지었길래 이렇게까지 한 걸까요?
이만한 건물이 뿌리째 폐허가 되었다는 건 조직이나 해결사 간의 충돌 수준이 아니다. 전쟁에 가까운 규모의 사건이 있었을 테지.
맞아요. 아무리 도시라고 하더라도 흔히 볼 수 있는 풍경은 아닐 거예요. 머리가 이곳에 왔었거든요.
머리...
금기를 어겼군요. 공씨 사람들이.
그 다음엔 청소부분들이 이어서 뒤처리를 했죠. 금기와 관련된 모든 것을 남겨놓지 않기 위해.
No,
2차 심사까지 올라오신 후보자 여러분
it's not actually him.
환영합니다.
I just put that there to make you think that it was. You've been pranked.
공정성에 대한 여러 문의를 적극적으로 수용하여 2차 심사부터는 제가 새롭게 사회자를 맡게 된 점 양해 부탁드리면서
야 잠깐 저기 위에 있는 저거 설마 구경꾼이냐?
They installed studio audience seats.
의자까지 설치된 것으로 보면 관객이라 보는 것이 맞겠군요.
1차 심사에서 소란이 있긴 했지만 저희가 언제 또 가주 심사를 구경해 보겠습니까?
Did they really need to include like the chair? It was even on the map screen. I didn't point it out. They kept the chair.
본격적인 시작에 앞서 후보자들이 최선을 다해 대전에 임할 수 있도록 모두 뜨거운 박수와 함성 부탁드립니다.
야 개판이네. 우리가 밑에서 쎄 빠지게 고생하는 걸 위에 있는 놈들은 간식이나 까먹으면서 구경하겠다는 거야?
아마 내기판도 열렸을 거예요. 저희에게 거신 분은 거의 없겠지만요.
전부 후회하게 해주지.
이곳 실내인 곳은 맞죠? 분명 지하로 내려왔는데 하늘도 푸르고 갑자기 밖으로 나온 것 같은 느낌인데요.
홍원에서는 부유한 자들 한정으로 방을 취향에 맞게 인공적으로 꾸미기도 합니다. 이미 대관원에도 그 주인분자의 취향대로 방을 꾸민 건물들이 여러 존재하죠.
네, 어르신들을 만나러 가는 길도 이런 느낌으로 꾸며져 있어요. 가는 길은 언제나 화창하고 푸르죠. 바깥보다도 오히려 더욱 바깥 같달까요?
그런데 저건 뭐야?
아, 저건 파라솔이네요.
파라솔인 건 나도 알지. 왜 저기에 고무 파라솔이 남겨져 있냐는 건데.
발톱을 이끌고 온 어떤 높으신 분이 저기에 앉아서 모든 걸 지켜보고 있었거든요. 그러니 4대 가문이 저 파라솔을 구태여 치우지 않은 이유는 길이길이 기억하라는 의미겠죠. 모든 가문에게 보여주기 위한 경고이기도 하고요.
기억이요? 어떤 것을요?
허락되지 않은 것을 함부로 넘보지 말라는 것. 분수에 맞게 살다 분수에 맞게 떠나라는 것. 이라고 어르신들이 말씀해 주셨답니다. 이제 들어갈까요? 네, 아마도 그렇답니다.
Honglu rises to level 55. Honglu's uptime threat's been raised to tier 4.
따라서 2차 심사의
Here,
최종
and then
순위로
while this is playing
가주
out,
심사가
instead of
마무리될
throwing on the
예정입니다.
beer at back screen, I'll just go
지금
pee now. Well, let's go.
1위를 차지한 후보자는 영예롭고 존경받는 홍원의 가주가 되는 것이죠. 말씀드리는 순간 후보자분들이 각자 배정된 시작 위치에 무사히 도착했다는 연락이 들어왔군요. 그럼 2차 심사를 본격적으로 시작해도 되겠습니까?
그런데 이제 뭘 하면 되는 것인가?
지나가는 놈 보이면 선빵. 무력전이라고 했으니까.
이런! 제 말이 끝나기도 전에 벌써 전력 질주를 하는 성격 급한 후보자분들이 몇몇 보이는군요. 하지만 이런 상황에선 말을 끝까지 들어보는 게 도움이 되지 않을까요?
그렇다는데요.
후보자 여러분들, 각자 들어오신 입구 근처를 보시면 동전의 게임줄을 하나 찾으실 수 있을 겁니다.
오! 이것인가 보군. 이 동그란 건? 돈일지도 몰라. 여기서만 쓰이는 화폐라든가 짤랑거리는 소리도 났어. 아니, 말을 끝까지 들어보라고 조금 전에 사회자가 말하지 않았나요?
그 동전을 소중히 지켜주시길 바랍니다. 왜냐하면 그것이 각 후보자의 목숨
Yeah,
값이기
coins or something. I was
때문이죠.
listening. I was here.
얼른 받아주시게! 홍로군의 복수가!
어디 봐. 동전처럼 생겼지만 돈은 아니구만. 이게
어이.
무슨 값인데?
지금쯤이면 이게 왜 목숨값이냐며 궁금해하시겠군요.
That better not be for Chris. He doesn't deserve that.
자, 2차 가주 심사의 규칙은 이렇습니다.
Also, I don't even think he's here anymore. So, doubly so.
모든 후보자는 동전을 매듭줄에 엮은 다음 허리춤에 걸고 있어야 합니다. 안 보이는 곳에 넣어 다니거나 삼켜버리거나 일부만 뜯어내서 가지고 다닌다거나 다른 사람의 눈에 보일 수 있도록 허리춤에 걸어두지 않으면 모두 실격입니다.
실격이라는 건
야! 빨리 가져가서 안 먹고 뭐해?
히스클리프 씨가 뺏어간 거 아니었나요?
모든 후보자는 각각 3개의 동전을 지급받죠. 그 동전을 모두 잃어버리거나 빼앗긴 후보자는 즉시 탈락.
이스마일군은 절망 매듭이었던가? 그걸로 절대 안 풀리게 묶어주시게. 안 그래도 하고 있어요.
아, 그렇게 조급해하지 않으셔도 될 텐데요.
이번 2차 가주 심사의 제한 시간은 총 2시간. 순위는 각 후보자가 보유하고 있는 동전 개수로 정해집니다.
아, 이걸 이렇게 걸면 되는 거네요.
함부로 만지지 말고 조심히 다뤄라.
어지간해선 안 떨어질 거니까 걱정 마요. 깊은 칼질만 아니면 끊기도 어려우니까.
그럼 2차 가주 심사를 시작하겠습니다.
Yeah! And that's what Hong Liu deals 0.5% more damage for every single coin you have. It's oh shit. It's very good, conveniently so, that the team that I'm currently using has him being one of our primary damage dealers. It's nothing exciting now. It's 1.5% increased damage. But, you know, when you get 20 of them, that'll be like 1 stack of damage up. Okay, maybe it's not as exciting as one would like to assume.
이제부터 마주칠 후보자들에게 동전을 뺏기지 않는 것도 중요하지만 그 말을 역으로 하자면 우리가 동전을 뺏어야만 한다는 걸로도 받아들여지네요.
그래. 다른 규칙이 고지되지 않는 한 최대한 많은 후보자에게 동전을 강탈하는 것이 중요하겠군.
네, 동전을 많이 보유한 순서대로 순위를 결정짓는다고 했으니까요.
1차 가주 심사의 주제는 오래전부터 공공연하게 알려져 있었습니다. 불로불사의 단서를 찾아오는 것. 하지만 이번 2차 심사는 무력전이 진행되리란 것 이외에는 어떠한 정보도 알려진 바 없었죠. 숨겨진 규칙이나 사회자가 고지하지 않은 규칙이 있다고 해도 모두가 공평하게 이를 모르는 채 참가했을 가능성이 높습니다. 따라서 평소와 같은 즉흥적이고 무분별한 난전을 이어간다면 중간은 갈 수 있을 것으로 예측할 수 있겠군요.
어머, 왜 그렇게 말해, 파우? 우리는 목표를 달성하려면 적어도 2등에 들어야 하는데.
그래도 아직은 아무 습격도 없는 것 같네요. 아직은.
아직도 적의 활동은 전혀 포착되지 않는군. 아직도.
다행이라고 할 수 있을런지 모르겠지만 건물이 워낙 크다 보니 다른 후보자들을 바로 마주치진 않을 것 같네.
여기저기 많이도 달려있군. 엿보는 기계.
카메라를 향해 위협적인 포즈를 보이는 분들도 심심찮게 보입니다만 부서진 카메라 한 대당 동전 하나를 지불해야 한다는 규칙이 있으니 주의해주세요.
저거 방금 만든 규칙 같은데?
아, 이 복도를 따라가면 길이 이어졌던 것 같아요.
홍씨, 여기 와본 적 있는 거죠, 역시?
네. 하지만 다른 후보자분들은 아닐 거예요. 아니, 치유 형님이라면 왔을 수도요. 그리고 이곳에 걸음을 했던 적이 있는 분들은 이미 그래도 길을 잃을 염려는 없으니 다행이네요.
방금 너무 노골적으로 말을 삼키지 않았어?
그런데 나 아무리 봐도 좀 이상한데. 우리가 갔던 대관원, 거기는 어마어마하게 넓었잖아. 가마를 타고 한참을 이야기하며 가야지 홍루가 살던 방에 도착할 정도로.
사슴인지 뭔지도 뛰놀았다 그러고 호수 같은 것도 보였죠.
그런 공간들을 냅두고 왜 이런 섬뜩한 곳에서 가주대전을 벌이는 건데?
그것도 모르나. 예술품은 걸맞은 곳에 전시되긴 마련이다.
왜 굳이 번거롭게 이런 장소에 불러서 마치 우리한테 감상시켜 주려는 것 같잖아.
어떤 걸?
대관원에 대한 자부심과 영광을, 그리고 공가에 대한 본보기를. 그래야지 장차 가주가 될 자에게는 물론 다른 후보자에게도 널리 알릴 수 있으니까.
우리를 습격하려는 불청객에게 물으려 한 것은 아니었는데.
아, 오해 마. 나는 너희와 싸우기 위해 온 게 아니거든. 1차 대전에서 너희를 봤지. 신기한 기술로 치료를 하던데. 그걸로 1차 대전도 통과한 걸 테고.
홍루 씨, 누군지 알겠어요?
아니요. 하지만 왕씨 가문분이신 것 같네요. 이야기를 나눠본 적은 별로 없지만요.
왕자우 모를 만도 하지. 마주칠 일이 적었을 테니. 나는 골방에 틀어박혀 책이나 읽는 게 유일한 소일거리였으니까.
오랜 경험을 통해 말하는 건데 우리는 동료 같은 건 안 만들 거야.
이쪽도 같은 편이 되자는 건 아니야. 단지 서로 원하는 바가 충돌하지 않을 것 같으니 동행 정도는 어떻냐는 거지. 나는 가주가 되고 싶은 마음이 있기보다는 뭐랄까, 샹치의 포 같은 존재가 되고 싶은 거거든. 차까지는 너무 거창하고. 가령 이런 식으로 예를 들어볼까?
야, 나이스 캐치네, 메르.
이거 진짜 동전이에요? 그 목숨값이라던.
뭐 깨물어 보기라도 하던가.
야, 빨리 해봐.
금과 같은 연질금속이 아닌 이상 그런 감별법은 무의미합니다.
이걸 왜 저희한테 줘도 되는 건가요?
글쎄, 그건 이제 사회자가 곧 말해주겠지.
방금 동전을 자의로 넘긴 후보자가 나왔군요. 그렇습니다. 후보자들은 서로 동전을 약탈하지 않고 교환하는 것이 가능합니다. 이는 포섭의 대가로 쓸 수도 있고 여러 전략적인 작전을 위해 활용할 수도 있을 테죠.
화폐라는 상징을 채택한 이후로는 합당하군.
정확한 통찰이십니다, 관리자님. 후보자의 행동에 따라 규칙을 추가로 설명해 주는 것처럼 보이는군요.
관객들에게 행동에 대해 해설하기 위함일 테죠.
역시 이럴 줄 알았어. 반드시 빼앗을 이유는 없었던 거야.
이거 그럼 다시 돌려줘야 하나요?
그럴 필요 없어. 정보를 얻는데 도움을 준 값이라고 생각해.
주니까 받긴 하는데 이렇게 미련 없이 줘도 되는 건가요?
목표가 1등이라면 동전 하나에도 일희일비하겠지만 아까 말했다시피 나는 포식자보다는 피식자에 가까워서 피식자는 말이야 주위를 잘 관찰해야 해. 그렇게 하다 보면 제일 동전을 많이 모아야 할 사람이 누구인지 알 수 있거든. 그게 나의 전략이야.
오, 그게 우리라는 거야? 동전을 제일 많이 모아야 할 사람이? 지금까지 줄곧 눈총만 봤다가 이런 칭찬을 받으니까 기분이 나쁘진 않은데?
입에 발린 말이다. 저런 고리타분한 유형은 어딜 가나 있는 법이니.
그래도 시작하자마자 4개나 모았어. 이쯤이면 꽤 순조로운 출발 아니야?
이러다가 정말 1등이라도 하는 거 아니려나 모르겠어요.
그래서 어때? 초반에는 정보의 격차가 승부를 가릴 수 있어. 나는 너희의 행동을 통해 탐색을 하고 너희는 정보를 얻는 거지. 적당히 서로 얻을 것만 얻다가 적절한 시기에 헤어지는 거야.
어떻게 하죠? 배신하고 저희 동전을 훔쳐 달아나시기엔 그렇게 민첩해 보이진 않는데요.
무작정 동맹을 맺자는 것도 아니고 잠깐 서로 이득을 취하고 갈 길 가는 건 나쁘지 않은 것 같은데요.
어떻게 하시겠습니까, 관리자님? 계략을 꾸미는 것처럼 보이지는 않습니다만 수적 우세를 앞세워 동전을 더 요구하는 방법도 있을 겁니다.
이미 동전 1개의 이익을 확보하였으니 동행이 부담스럽다면 이대로 지나치는 것이 합리적인 선택이다.
어느 쪽이어도 괜찮아 보이는걸요?
맡겨만 주십시오, 관리자님.
잘 부탁드려요, 왕자우 씨.
그래, 잘 부탁한다, 가보. 여전히 대관원의 모든 예쁨은 한 몸에 받고 있나?
저 가보기 인사드립니다. 아, 그래. 보기가 왔구나.
오랜만이구나, 보가.
보가 착한 아이답게 대답을 해야 하지 않겠니? 네. 역시 언제 봐도 어여쁘게 빛나고 있네요. 대관원에 변치 않는 옥이라는 말이 딱이에요. 좋으시겠어요, 가모님. 아, 제가 그 가보옥이야? 뭐야, 난 엄청 대단한 애인 줄 알았는데 실제로 보니까 별거 없어 보이는데? 아, 나 엄마한테 제 얘기 들었어. 조용히 해. 함부로 말 걸지 마렴. 나 방금 눈 마주친 것 같아.
그런데 걔가 왜 그렇게 예쁨을 받는 거야?
몰라. 속에 금이라도 발라뒀나 보지.
좋겠다. 나도 태어나자마자 저렇게 예쁨이나 받고 싶다.
그런데 쟤 표정이 왜 저래? 저 아이는 죽을 때까지 근심 하나 없이 평탄히 살겠네요.
그러게요. 부럽긴 하지만 글쎄요. 저 애는 왜 얼굴에 미소 하나 없는지.
너 시계가 가끔 본다는 기억 아냐? 왜 우리한테도 보이냐?
황금가지가 수복되어 가면서 단테가 심상을 들여다볼 수 있는 능력도 조금씩 확장되어 가는 것 같군요. 지금은 그런 정도로 충분합니다, 단테. 어쩌면 나중에는 이런 능력들을 자각해서 원하는 형태로 조절할 수 있게 될지도 모르죠.
이렇게 어린 시절을 여러분께 보여주게 될 줄은 몰랐네요.
다들 뭘 그렇게 멍하니 서 있어? 여기서 계속 죽치고 있을 생각은 아니지?
I think the most disappointing thing about this setup is that we've got to gather all these coins, and that's cool and all. And it very easily could have been the fabled tournament arc, but after all those words, this is more of a battle royale than a tournament arc, and I'm frankly disgusted. I don't think we're going to be able to color block through our way through this one, frankly, but, oh, this is like the first time we're going to need to actively, like, very much so about how we're generating our ego resources. Oh boy, oh joy. Just click a bunch of the... Like, in this case, I'm actually willing to sack Ishmael for a while just to have another source of lust. Same thing here. And we do not actually have another source of gluttony. Gloom is going to be coming no matter what. Pride would also be very common, so I'll actually swap over to Faust real quick for a little bit, just to get some lust set up. This also helps curve off Wrath for a while. And then when we need to, we can swap over back to Ishmael to get Pride and Gloom. Or not Gloom, Sloth. But Lust is going to be difficult to gather, so there you go. Sounds good to me for now. I don't know how the rest sites are going to work in this, because I don't fucking remember if these are the ones that, like, reset your sanity. So we're also going to try to spread out the love a little bit about who's getting what sanity, and we're clicking the button. Except for this one, because we need gluttony. Also, hi Ricardo, how you doing? When do you get in the corner? My man, when did that happen? Was that during these episodes? Ah, who can say? Ricardo's here now, yeah! My man. Oh, cool. You know, I was actually curious about this, because it's one of the things that I've never actually consciously observed. Do you still get the Sin Reef source if you lose the Clash? Like, am I gonna have a gluttony off that? Let's find out. Yes, good. Good to know.
손끝이라도 대려는 자가 있다면.
The only one I need to actively, like, sit down and use every single time it shows up is Gluttony. Like, every other Sin Affinity will just slowly accumulate. Gluttony is the only one I have to, like, manually orient myself around. Right now, we're just gonna wait for a while. We're gonna get a lot of Gloom, and we're gonna get just a smattering of everything else. Like that. It's also why we're going to take every single fight we can. Gonna take a while, but we're doing it to generate resources. Same thing, we're not gonna go to this question mark spot yet, because we want to generate sanity as a resource. For example, I see that Heathcliff out there got 45 sanity, take him off. What does he generate? Nothing too valuable, so we'll actually swap over to Yisong to get Yisong's sanity, and because he generates a different resource that's a little bit better. Because we don't know what check this event is going to have. So by having more allies with more sanity means we're more likely to be able to pass whatever the check is going to be. It's like, what if, you know, Yisong's great at it and Heathcliff can't do it at all? And then, oh, look at that, the sanity matters. Thank you, Ricardo, I love you.
열어드리죠. 좋아. 이번에는 제대로 들어가.
불청객 찌그러져 있도.
방금의 공격, 혹신 그 자체였다.
검날 내게 바쳐주지.
It's a little unfortunate that these dudes aren't actually a higher level than me. So we don't actually gain sanity for killing them, which, you know, is unfortunate. But what can you do?
슬슬 지루하니까 빨리 끝내버리는 게 좋겠어.
Nice. What we got here? A dilapidated wall blocks our path. There's a device on it with a label that says, "Pick your entry card here," next to the dial of sorts. They won't let us go through so easily. Is anyone particularly good with these devices? I can't seem to figure it out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I mean, Heathcliff can't do it. But there was a chance he couldn't have. Heathcliff fiddles with the dial for a bit, and then the loud noise of stone grinding against stone, the device activates. Authorization granted. Printing entry authorization card. An entry card slipped out from the machine. This should open a new path for us. Probably. Nice. Broken and battered entry card. Maybe it opens a door somewhere. Well. Checkpoints. It does reset their SP. Yeah. I saw this path down here. Presumably, and I'm like, oh, what's this? But nope, they're lying to me. Hello! Oh, back to plot.
그러고 보니 그 소문은 정말인가?
어떤 소문을 말하는 건가요?
가시춘이 가지고 있던 흑수를 잃었다는 거 말이야. 뭐 혹시 알아? 가치 있는 정보를 제공해주면 동전을 더 넘겨줄지.
안타깝게도 시춘이와는 홍원에 온 뒤로 연이 끊겨서요. 자세한 건 저도 알 수가 없네요.
그래, 뭐 두고 보면 알게 되겠지. 알다시피 흑수를 잃었다는 건 사지 중에 하나가 날아간 것보다 더 큰 손해니까. 만약 소문이 사실이라면 지금쯤 꽤나 고생하고 있겠네.
Yeah, she'll be fine.
가시춘 씨, 잘 버티고 있어.
Have you seen the ratios on Shichun's skills? The rupture count is insane.
씩씩한 아이니까.
I hope she has someone that can actually apply rupture potency, though. That's a problem.
들어가 보죠.
Hey, now, I did say the color block probably wouldn't be too useful, but I mean, this is a pretty blaring, obvious sign something. Oh, upon entry, you'll be able to travel to other nodes. If the dungeon Hungry full heals, SP reset to 0. Okay, so they do this SP reset to 0 shit no matter what you do. Cool, great, fantastic, outstanding.
여긴 실험실이었던 것 같네.
남아있는 건 없군. 얄팍한 비내음조차도. 숨어있는 쥐새끼는 있지만.
쥐새끼라니! 말 조심해라. 너희는 누구지? 다른 후보자예요. 안녕하세요. 가시 가문의 보옥이랍니다. 가보, 12를 데리고 다닌다더니 왕가 놈도 있잖아. 너 벌써부터 동맹을 맺은 거냐? 가복 주제? 아, 동맹은 아니랍니다.
뭐라 말해도 저쪽은 안 믿을 눈치인데?
저분은 누구신가요, 홍무씨? 그러니까요. 사시가문 분이신데 오하! 아, 고맙습니다. 그래, 거의 다 왔어. 거기에 이제
지금 둘이 뭐예요?
진작 아무렴 어때? 참가자들이 모두 공평하게 동전을 가지고 있다면 너 같은 놈의 동전을 빨리 빼앗아야 높은 순위를 차지할 수 있겠지. 대체 무슨 배짱으로 난데없이 가주대전에 참가한다고 했는지는 모르겠지만 말이다. 대간원에만 처박혀 있다가 한량처럼 돌아다닌다던데.
How the fuck did this guy pass round 1?
무료함이 채워지지 않았나?
He doesn't even have a name.
다행히도 심심할
Dongyuan's a wild,
것들이 참 많더라고요.
wild society.
세상에는 지붕이 없는 방에서도 주무시는 분이 있다는 걸 아셨나요? 이게 누굴 놀리나? 반드시 탈락시키고야 말겠어.
인기가 많네, 가보옥 도련님.
Yeah, I wonder how could have seen this coming. Well, time to get brutalized. Same thing as before. I don't think I need to worry about this fight too much. We'll continue to focus more so on Sin Generation. Like, if I get stonewalled by... Oh. Okay, okay. Good to know. The story will autoplay. I don't have to do it manually. Thank you. Older dungeons did not do that. At least upon replay. But they do it on the first playthrough, but... Charge? Ooh. Charge rupture, charge rupture, charge rupture. Yeah, he does a lot of that. Uh-huh. He sure does. Oh, he's one of these. Oh, that's an ancient archetype. We don't have these anymore. 5% more damage every 6 rupture on the target, max 10. Ah, man, this is like base Limbus ID design, where rupture was inexplicably used as a damage stim. Ah, man, I can't wait to brutalize this guy. Alright, we're clicking the button. Famous character. The button. And we're going gambling, because I need to get gluttony resources. It went well. This also went well. The importance is that I understood what you meant. In a grander context, at least. Yeah, I do love the fact that despite the fact we have the same sanity, they keep winning these clashes. It's not like they told me they were struggling or anything. It's fine, I'm here for optimization. And also to click the win rate button. Also famous character.
직접 알게 합니다.
Isn't it so much fun when you can just not engage with gameplay mechanics? Oh boy! I'm using a suboptimal team and getting greedy by using my worst units a la Merceau just to generate sin affinities. So this guy is not even worth me to think about and not worth me for me to go all out about. What a guy. I wish he had a name. It depends on if they don't have a color set. It's seemingly like random. Like for me, the bot was a dark green and Gabriel is like a vibrant purple. Sometimes you sometimes you just accidentally get shot. You know? Sometimes you join a stream, sometimes the mod thinks you're a bot and kills you with no trial. These are the gambles we have to make. Oops, I'm staggered.
열어드리죠.
나 참 주먹질만 한다고 능사가 아니야. 발길질도 섞어야지. 이런 그새 정신을 잃었네. 형제의
I
원한
need more sloth generation.
정부의 축을
You slow. I guess it's the point, because it's sloth, but still. Alright, kill Merceau.
손끝이라도 대려는 자가 있다면.
God damn, he has negative sanity. I should have won that.
무지하니까.
Also very funny that despite the fact they're rupture units, they actually cannot build a rupture stack to save their life. They're one of those people that just has potency, so it's just like, yeah, we'll do like 3 or 4 more damage on hit. Sure, fuck it, whatever. I mean, it's more effective when hitting me. My max HP is usually a tiddlywink, but you know. When's the last time you heard that one? I think I'm losing. I don't know how that's happening. I mean, I'm performing immaculately. Can't build a rug. It's not possible. They can't do it. See, if I haven't seen them do it, it hasn't happened. We actually, it should be the kind of thing that should be getting easier and easier, because I should be constantly tanking all of their sanity because of the sinking thing, but it's just not happening. Which one of you motherfuckers are flying? Oh, it's this, probably. Oh, it's specifically this skill, yeah. On inflict 2 rupture count for every 5 charge count consumed is max 4. This inflicts just an absolute shitload of count. Good for him. Anyway, clicking the button again. Going back into it. Hey, nice sanity you got there.
열어드리죠.
Come on, Otis. You've been at 10 sanity the entire fight. You can win a clash for once. Thank you. Same with you, Faust. You're in a fucking absolute resonance. What do you mean you're losing clashes? Gregor died for your sins, Faust. Oh, I don't have backup units. That's right. Oh shit. Me dying is like no longer like a bit. I need to actually like pay attention. Ooh, that's also not good. Oh, you're only hitting. I think I fucked it. I lost to this guy. Very funny. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna actually slot in the rest of my units that I didn't want to do because I'm lazy. Here, fuck it. There you go. Big game changer. I did lose, it's true. He's the next hierarch. Xihua something. It must be like ethnic or something, because I've never heard of a name like that. Albeit there's no guarantee that it was a loss, but if I wanted to keep going that, I probably would have to start using ego, and the whole point of this is to generate resources and not piss them away in a fight that doesn't matter. The worst part about these fights are always when they reset your sanity, because they all do this. I mean, he's a gamer, you know. He's actually a color fixer, I'll have you know. Oh, thank you! Welcome! To me getting, like, absolutely bodied by being greedy. This guy doesn't even have a name. I'm just clicking the button. This is the unspoiler. If there's any part of Yknow you can join into, this would be the one. This guy literally doesn't even have a name. He's so unimportant. We're in an indistinct location, fighting an indistinct and outright irrelevant character. It's fine right now. You see, I'm spoiler conscious even when I have no idea that someone who exists is coming that doesn't understand concepts. Yeah. Like, people that know this game could come to this fight and be like, where the hell are you? Which one is there? Well, you can struggle all you want, Mirso. Give me some gluttony. Peace. The whole shtick I'm doing is that I'm wanting to redo... I'm doing the Kanto on stream because I've already done the Kanto. That's part of the point. But I wanted to actually, like, get footage of it. And I wanted to make it as authentic of an experience. And so I wanted to pick a team that was fitting for... Oh, he's just dead. Oh, God. Quickly avert your gaze. Technically, yes. But I'm getting footage of it, and I usually like to... I'm as spoiler-free as can be. Because I upload these in a pretty, like, quiet context. Like, I usually don't talk over the cutscenes, just so that way there's, like, solid footage of the story. Kinda dealio. But I'm going back through it, and I want it to be as authentic as possible, because when I was playing through this on my own, I picked the sinking team. The sinking team is the biggest mistake one can make when going through this content. Namely later, but, you know. It's also an optimal sinking team, because more sinking has come out since I did this. So I'm like, oh, that fits with, like, Honglu's whole dealio, because optimal way to play Dicey Honglu is to make him discard a skill 3, lock in the guard, you know, do the insight trick. But it makes it so that Honglu is not given a choice about what move to use. Once he gets three insight, you just use the one move available. I'm like, oh, that's like thematically cohesive. Oh, that's cute. And I regretted that by having fights take a fucking hour. These guys do charge or something. I'm clicking buttons. I'm trying to just generate as many ego resources as possible, because we, like, just got... I'm dead. We just got started, so... Oh, the protagonist's here. Hi, everybody. Like, I had to put my good units in the back, so that way I don't kill them too fast, so I can be in the fight for longer. Well, if I wanted to do that, like, Sinclair would be here. You have some faith. Come on now. I'm clicking the win rate button. Everyone knows the win rate button is overpowered. Come on. Every new player just clicks the win rate button, and then they do that until they get soft locked, and then they stop playing the game. It's an infallible strategy. He's here. Got his ass kicking outfit ready and everything. Oh man. Reindeer Honglu wasn't even out at the time, I don't think. Alright. I will actually have to start manually allocating my skills. The cardinal sin. If they so insist.
오작 터뜨려주지.
I am one of those deeply unfortunate souls that has been playing this game since launch, day one, and have been free to play maxing so hard I have everything in the game. Except for the things that come from this Kanto, because I wanted to not have them, because I was going to do like a big unboxing thing at the end of the Kanto, and then here we are, like, months after the Kanto finished. So I'm still trying to remain spoiler-free for the audience. Because a lot of those IDs are for the end of this Kanto. Oh, Jesus. There's so many cool units I can't even look at. I clicked the win rate button again, I just realized. You just need one good turn and you just snowball. That's the benefit of syncing. They're an RNG fixer. They may not do the most damage to human enemies, but by God, they become like an unstoppable wrecking ball of RNG fixing. If the enemy always rolls tails and you always roll heads, you're just gonna win fights. Even if it, you know, takes an hour. I am an honorable owner of a Up-Type 4. I think he's max level too. Mariachi Sinclair. Okay, he's level 50, but you're close enough. He was max level last Kanto. Because I think part of the joke is that unintentionally, he keeps being on the team, and I don't know why. Like, throughout all of the Kantos, he keeps showing up somehow. Usually it's because he's, you know, a backup unit, but when I first started, like, I was actively using him. Well, technically I haven't seen it, but I was told about it. Hanafuda-ish is cool, but that runs into the problem that the next Walpurgis is going to be Gebura. And her two are definitely going to be the Wolf and Red Hood. And the big cardinal sin of Hanafuda-ish is that it might make it so that some other ID gets, some other sinner, I guess, gets fucking Red Hood. If we're getting Big and Will Be Bad Wolf, as well as Red Riding Hooded Mercenary, they have to be Heathcliff and Ishmael. Considering the theme that we now know of, where IDs can be so in tune with their ego that they're having, like, distortion moments via what happened with Magical Girl Dawn and Magical Knight Rodion, Heathcliff is literally a, like, predestined to be bad person in his own narrative, and he literally turned into an actual wolf. As well as Ishmael dedicated her entire life to getting revenge on a vague entity that took literally everything away from her in multiple ways and forms. The fact that they could possibly give those two ego, like, the abnormality identities to people that are not Heathcliff and Ishmael, as well as the fact that the two of them have, like, a rivalry in the narrative, a cardinal sin. There is, like, other than the fact that people have been guessing Magical Girl Dawn since before the game came out, these two have been locked in as wolf and mercenary since Kanto 1. If they don't do this, I'm gonna firebomb something. I'm gonna start getting real violent.
라고 하기에도 얼마 안 되는 개수일 테지만
Chef Ryoshi was not meant to hit the field. She's on the field because I forgot to. She was in the sinking team for some reason.
마침 잘 되었군.
She's invited to, I
탈락자들은
guess.
즉결 처형인가?
그런 규칙은 없었어.
자, 몇몇 후보자들이 드디어 뜨거운 만남을 가지게 되었습니다. 이번 대전의 핵심은 제한 시간 내에 최대한 많은 동전을 모으는 것이죠. 후보자 간의 협력이나 포섭도 좋지만 원만한 대화가 이루어지지 않을 때는 무력이 좋은 답이 되어질 겁니다. 그래도 안심하세요. 동전을 모두 빼앗긴 후보자는 건물 곳곳에
It's moral
숨어있는
support.
홍원의 그림자들이 퇴장을 도와줄 테니까요. 아, 반항은 하지 않는 걸 추천드립니다.
Here, perfect timing, actually. While cutscene's going on, I'm going to the bathroom. Again, I had a full mug of coffee. I gotta piss.
특수를 배치한 모양이군요.
It beats having to throw up the be right back screen.
물론 동전뿐만 아니라 목숨까지 빼앗기셨다면 시체의 퇴장을 도와드리게 되겠지만요.
그렇다는군. 시체로 퇴장하길 바라나. 아니면 그 몸뚱아리라도 건사하는 걸 원하나.
전부 드리겠습니다. 마음껏 들어가십시오.
자, 사씨 가문의 후보자 한 분이 탈락했습니다. 박력 있는 상대 세가의 기세에 짓눌렸군요. 탈락자는 복도로 나가 무기를 버리고 대기하시면 됩니다. 탈락한 후보자는 가주 심사에 대한 모든 기회와 권한을 박탈당하며
아, 기억났어요. 사화정이라는 분이셨네요.
그럼 우리 벌써 동전 7개나 모은 거야? 나쁘지 않은 수학인데? 얼른 끝내고 이 기분 나쁜 공간에서 나가면 좋겠다.
사방에 음울함이 짙게 깔려 있어. 이는 모종의 실험실을 꾸민 것으로 보이오만.
Fill your bladder responsibly, kids. Otherwise, you're having to walk out in the middle of the movie.
한 말 봤어. 금기를 어겼는지 가문 자체가 멸망했다던데.
홍무 씨의 말이나 봉씨 가문에 대해 들려오는 걸 보면 정말로 다 죽은 것 같았죠.
가씨 가문이 지금처럼 대단한 위세를 가지기 전의 일이었지. 그때의 공씨가는 실로 대단한 가문이었는데 획기적이면서도 참신한 능력을 지닌 환을 끊임없이 만들어내는 것은 쉬운 일이 아니었을 텐데 그들은 그걸 해냈거든. 공씨 가문이 홍원을 넘어 도시에 이바지한 공이 대단했기 때문에 다른 가문들은 그저 우러러 볼 수밖에 없을 정도로 까마득한 격차가 있었지.
네, 다양한 연구를 많이 해왔다고 들었어요.
뭐 비록 끝은 좋지 않았지만 말이야.
그럼 어떤 종류의 실험을 했는지도 전혀 남아있지 않다는 건가요?
그렇지. 이 도시에 있는 관련 자료들은 전부 소실, 실험의 정보가 담겨 있는 거라면 발톱이 작은 부스러기 하나 남기지 않았을 테니까.
새로움을 추구하다 욕심이 과해졌을 수도 있겠구려. 연구자들에겐 흔하다면 흔한 일이지 않은가.
홍원의 명망 높은 가문 사람들은 한동안 이 건물이 있는 쪽으로는 고개도 돌리지 않았어. 불경스럽다고 말이지. 그때 당시에 난 어려서 어른들께 전해 들었을 뿐이지만 말이야.
홍무군은 그때를 기억하시는가? 저도 10살 남짓했던 나이였기에 또렷하진 않지만 네, 기억하고 있답니다. 욕심이 감당할 수 없이 무거워져 공가의 하늘이 무너지고 땅이 꺼진 날. 하지만 결국 우리도 언젠가는 종이장처럼 사라질 것에 불과할 테니, 그래서 무엇이든 과하지 않도록 비워내는 것이 중요한가 봐요.
오늘도 공시가문과 홍원의 무한한 번영을 위해서 오신 모든 감사합니다. 언제나 그랬듯 이번의 실험도 성공하여 홍원의 모두가 영원한 삶에 가까워질 수 있도록 반드시 해낼 수 있으니 모든 실험 관계자분은 최선을 다해 임해주시길 바랍니다.
No, I don't really believe Hongluin saying that he doesn't have the sharpest memory of these events. Seems pretty sharp to me.
조합의 순서가 어긋나기 때문이네. 가령 불의 성질을 가진 홍하와 물의 성질을 가진 하수는 원래 상극이라 그냥 섞으면 반발 작용이 일어나지. 이러면 공시가에선 어떻게 하겠나?
쇠의 기운을 가진 황금이나 백자객을 중간에 넣으면 재료의 기운이 서로 상승해
Oh, yes.
조합이 가능해질 것이오.
Not only have I done that, not only have I 100%ed both of them, and play them regularly just because I'm insane and like hurting myself, I've read all of the supplemental material. I'm the resident expert here. Oh yeah. I exist in a world of self-enjoyed immolation. And it all started with Ruina technically, but Lobco.
그래서 저희 가문이 과거에 만든 조합법을 그대로 따랐는데도 효과가 다른 환이 제조되곤 했던 거군요.
I was in the middle of a fight. There was a lot of people that's welcome Capo Boris from the thumb.
한국사라면 항상 재료 사이의 조화와 반발을 통찰해야 한다는 점.
Distortion detector, bros. Where are we at? I mean, other than being recruited by Diaz, being hunted by taboo hunters for the most part. So we're just fully talking over the movie now at this point. I do immensely respect, though, Scooter for apparently having just started Limbus Company and deciding to full force venture out into the wild unknown waters of another Limbus streamer of a game he just started. Very bold declaration, and I respect that. For like a long narrative-driven game, oh yeah. That's the kind of gumption that gets you far in life. And also tends to ruin a story or two. But all sacrifices are worthy in the journey. It's a noble cause. I've been doing it as best as I can too with my friends, and unanimously, I start them in Lobco, and they keep saying, "Man, I hate this." It's just across the board. Pretty much without failure. The most recent time is like a guy who is like an actually gone to school for game design and is like working in that field. And he's like, Lobco might be one of the worst games he's ever played in his life. And you know I'm making him play Runa. Not yet, but soon.
충분히 그랬을 걸세.
오히려 우리는 가주 대전의 예상치 못한 결과에 감복하였소. 그 공정하지 않았을 환경에서 지혜로운 전략을 세워 1등을 쟁취하였소.
I still say it is the biggest shame that the Arknights event is lost to time. The fact that it was like, it's never been confirmed, but it's very clear in the design of every single enemy in that encounter, with the exception of the final boss. Technically, they're all designed to punish you for clicking win rate as much as possible. I would highly recommend it if you enjoy pain. Understandable if you don't, though, because it is a completely different genre of game. Like, the only reason I played it is because I played Runa before Limbus had even come out. And Runa sold me so hard on this franchise and this world, lore, setting, characters, that I was willing to play fucking anything. So I'm like, sure, I'll play a game that I normally do not enjoy at all. I will say, though, if you go back and play it, the intent is that you do never Google anything in that game. That game is a game genuinely about pain and struggle and suffering, and it's all about gathering information yourself, whether it be in-game via, like, charted documents, or by a physical notepad. If you just Google everything that you encounter in that game, it removes genuinely like 80% of that game's content.
제한 시간이 끝났을 때 순위를 결정짓는 게 이 가주 선발 2차전의 핵심이니 분명 이렇게
I say that it's one of those things that it's like pulling teeth. But the tooth is infected, you know? Like, it's once it's done and the pain is settled, you think that it's worth it, but by God, when you're in that moment, you're, like, in the depths of hell. Just deeply, deeply in the pain dimension. Which is why I have voluntarily played through that game on my own time at least 4 times. Because at some point, your brain just gets rewired. It answers a lot of the questions that Runa raises. It's very good. It has my second favorite character in it, which is weird because everyone in that game is in Runa, but you get knowledge, and that's what matters.
자, 그럼 동행은 여기까지로.
Also, Bong Bong is in it, who is the 0 tier character. Supersedes all tier lists, raising high above the land.
이곳에서 동전을 가장 많이 가져야 할 사람은 아닌 것 같아. 대전이 끝났을 때 서로 원하는 걸 얻을 수 있기를.
애초부터 중도까지만 함께할 차이긴 했지만.
Random bit of trivia that has unfortunately been actually been lost to time as Limbus Company has come out. For those who don't know, because I'd have to go into the whole Bong Bong lore, but for a quick summary, Bong Bong is the only, like, they're called nuggets. They're the random librarians and employees you can get in Lobco and Runa. They're just the generics. They're affectionately referred to as nuggets because they have different terms in both games for what they are. So it's just a ubiquitous one for both games. The only nugget that has actually made a lasting impact on the community as a whole is one named Bong Bong. It's a long blue-haired girl. She is so popular that it has fed back into the games themselves, and they have made multiple very small references to Bong Bong's canonical existence in this game. And the first one that happened was in the Intervalo Hell's Chicken. In the game's files, because of course people are data mining this game, there was just something referred to as Bong. And everyone collectively lost their fucking mind for like a few days. And now we know they're called bongies. But that had to be intentional. The fucking little chicken bastards being called bongi? Why? Why are they called that? And why are they in the files just referred to as bong? You motherfuckers. You know that? All them developers of Limbus. You can probably go check. I'm in the middle of a dungeon. I don't know if I can. I guess I can go check. Like, that's a little bit of trivia that people who come in later into Limbus would not know. You gotta be deep into the fandom to know who the hell Bong Bong is. My fucking gal. My man. Here, let's... Hopefully, I should be able to just join right back into the dungeon where I left off. Faust! You! No, not that one. You! Very fucking suspicious. Absolutely. Here, I'll pull it up in a second. Notably not wearing a uniform like the rest of them. This is a character not seen directly in-game, in the Canto and interval that this is involved with. This is just a generic person. It's almost purple with this filter, but it could very easily be, depending on the lighting, be a dark blue, and that length of hair is exactly Bong Bong's. Well, well, well. What the fuck do we have here? Which is weird, because if we're going off canonicity asterisk, Bong Bong is probably trapped in whatever the fuck happens in Ruina. But, because if it's meant to be her, she went through Lobco and Ruina and fucking tanked it. She lives through both. Fucking champion. But, who the fuck's this? Who dat? Here, I'm this disgusting creature. That is an O and not a 0. For the longest time, I've always had... So for the longest time, I've always had... what's the fuck? Rabbit. Rabbit Heathcliff has been my guy and my profile image since the fucking game launched. He's been my favorite ID for years. Hard carried my ass. Love him to death. But I love this background because I love the spinning, all this purpley bullshit. And the only way to see it is if you have an ego equipped. So I needed a purple ego that matched the color scheme. And so, of course, the single worst ego in the entire game, the funniest fucking guy, Soda Hong Lu, who at the time did not have a poise ID to make use of this thing's poise effect on crit. Here, one of these is bullet. I accept every. It's slowly getting filled up. He has a Ruina border. Hey, this is. I think that's that's the generic one. I think, unless this is bullet. He paid how much money? How much money did you pay to get that border? Because this border and this animated library of Ruina 1, you have to pay real money to get for like a real life object. It's like a promo code you can insert. The fucking bastard. He actually overtook me in levels because I'm only 111 and he's 119, the animal. $70 with shipping costs. Like I said, you can never unequip this. You paid $70. Jesus, Bullet. Fucking A. But at least with my company, I specifically try to always have a very good selection of units that everyone can make use of. That not only do they include the 2 most recent Walpurgisnacht, they will always be here, but I tried to pick the best ID for each Sinner with a good mix of status ailment types. We've got Burn, 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 Sinking, Tremor, Sinking, Poise, Poise, Bleed, /Charge. Dawn does fucking everything. Rupture, and then, you know. We only have 1 Rupture, because that's this Canto. We'll get there. But the only one of these that I have to kind of keep there is Ishmael. Because another interesting factoid for a lot of people who don't know. If you have someone that is brand new to the game, who do you think the hardest fight in the entire game is? If you're like a brand new player, you're doing like free to play, you're not going anything crazy. No, you're fine. The single hardest fight in the entire game is actually Ricardo. And why Ishmael hard counters him more than any other Ishmael ID, so she's pretty much always going to be there, because I want the new Babs to be able to play the game. Here, this is me. Also, I chose Discharge because it's gross. Because it just tickles me pink. I keep changing whatever this is, but it always says the word Discharge because that's nasty. I'm waiting for them to say the word Bio. Because that seems very generic and it would eventually show up. Because I know there's some phrase like, hi, my name is blank. And then I'm like, oh, that'd be very funny. Because there's no way to actually in-game tell who has which border. But if I get one that says, hi, my name's Bio, I'm like, oh shit, that's me. Hi, friend. Congratulations. Don Quixote. I'm very proud of mine. This lets me, because if you hover over this, it tells you exactly when you got your account. Now, the people who are looking at this date and saying, wait a minute, the game came out on the 25th, not the 26th. Are you a fucking phony? This game was so popular on launch, the servers to boot up the game did not work for about like 15 to 20 hours. And it made the fucking day tick over before I could actually redeem this. The genuine... Bullet also has this. I don't know if he has it, like, actually equipped. Oh, fucking cheeky bastard. He does not have it show up. He also has that same problem. I'm eternally pissed that I cannot make this say. Ugh. Anyway. Back to playing the game. Woohoo! Nice. GQ. Ooh. Oh. Okay. It's technically pronounced GQ. It's like way faster than my brain wants to process that, but or pronounce it, but yeah, oh god, I'm so sorry. There was a guy on YouTube who did an analysis of like what the 3 hardest fights are for brand new players, like brand new. Like if you're just doing the Kanto, it's like just going straight through it. Like maybe you'll do a mirror dungeon, but like just the main game, like free to play kind of thing. The 3 hardest fights are Ricardo's number 1. Number 2 is actually Dongbek. She's the first impossible wall. Kanto 4. And then no spoilers, but the 3rd one is in this Kanto. You might be able to guess who that might be. No spoilers. He is number 3. Kim is one of those fights that you really, really need to be able to manage your damage values. Because if you stagger him in an inopportune time, he generates, like, way too much. I forget what his unique status is that makes him bone claim harder. His bone claim juice. He generates way too much bone claimage. And so therefore his claiming of bones hits even more bones. His bones per turn is getting way too fast. Way too fat. And so you need to stagger him at the very start of your turn to optimize your damage. And then sinking is also like hell. Yeah. Good luck, champ.
저와 안면이 있는 분이시네요.
It's something I've heard parroted in a lot of people who play gotcha games, which I don't, and I hate them, but I'm here. Is that, oh, your starting units are actually really good, and I've always been in the camp, no, your starting units in this game are kind of dog shit. But when you're going through the game, unironically, it is better to have an up-tie 3 unit than an up-tie 1 unit. If you can't up-tie your better units, just stick with the base centers.
제가
Yeah.
그대들의 경기를 산 모양이군요. 실례했습니다. 벽이 갑자기
It's weird from my perspective, is because I've been playing since launch, some fights that were walls aren't walls anymore, and some fights that are walls for me aren't walls for other people. Okay, let me see if I can actually pull it up.
다른 후보자들을 마주치기라도 하면
비록 세가의 일원에 불과하더라도 제거하려 하겠죠. 그 편이 앞날을 위해 이로울 테니.
데오, 그럼 이곳에서 계속 네가 따르는 자를 기다리려고 한 거니?
Cromer was a threat, but she was not the hardest fight in the game at launch, which is so funny to me.
저도 모르게 믿고 싶었나
I'm looking for the image.
잃어버린 자리에서 가만히 기다리고 있으면 언젠가는 되돌아올 거라고.
그럴 리 없지. 공간은 점점 줄어들고 있고 고작 한 명을 찾기 위해 위험을 무릅쓰고 다시 돌아오진 않을 테니.
그렇군요. 맞는 말씀입니다.
Here, real quick. I have it set up so that way only the game shows up. As people who are in the know, no, that's not. Oh, Jesus. Changing scenes when I wasn't ready for it. Why can I not? Hello? Will it show up now? No. Why? Oh, Jesus. What's currently displaying that's blocking my eyeballs? I think this will just work. Okay, yeah, that works. Okay. It's not the best. This is the hardest fight in the game at launch. You may say, some of you may not even recognize this fight. Oh god. The single hardest fight I think I've ever done in this game. To this day. Fuck this fight. This is an optional node you do not have to go to in Kanto 3. You have 5 sinners. At that point of the game, your best ID, as you can see from whoever took this screenshot, is fucking G-Corp Gregor at like level 15. At this point of the game, overclocking did not exist. Most sinners did not have another ego. Every single passive in the game was nerfed, because all of them were resonance-based. As you can see, despite the fact that he has ego resources, none of his passives are active, because all of them are resonance-based. So you don't even get a slowly amounting vantage. And the funniest thing in this game, when this game launched, being at 45 sanity did not give you a 95% chance to hit heads. It gave you roughly a 70% chance to hit heads. Sanity as a mechanic was just weaker. So you were inhibited via RNG on top of all of it. All of the mechanics you could think of that would allow you to just bulldoze through a fight, like, oh, ego, or having bigger numbers, or just getting lucky. All of that fuck this fight in particular. A lot of people, when they were talking about, have Ida, the Mariachi Sinclair ID lady from Kanto 3, she was the other big wall. She got nerfed pretty hard. She was very funny. This fight's optional. Fuck this fight. That's the answer. I have that shit immortalized on my computer. You can even see how the game looked different back then. Like, all those sin affinities were, like, more saturated. They were, like, duller. They've gotten a little more neon, vibrant. They emit light almost. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, you couldn't overclock in that game, at that point of the game, too. If you wanted to use the corroded effect of one of your ego, you had to corrode. So you just had less options, too. Overclocking was like a big mechanic at the time. Like, it was like a big, like, game-shifting mechanic. The mirror dungeon did not exist yet. Wild to think about. You only had luxcavations. You couldn't even grind properly at that point.
다들 나한테 왜 그런 말을 하는지는 아직도 모르겠지만
Fuck those poor guys. We're trauma dumping.
사이가 좋아질 수도 있을 거야. 보옥도련님, 혹시 가무님이 어디 계신지 아시나요? 실험실에 조금 더 있다가 오신다고 했어요.
But yeah, no, the other one is the fucking K-Corp guards. They're the other, like, you get through Kanto 1 and 2 with like no problems. The first big spike is the K-Corp guards. They're motherfuckers. But they eventually do fall once you just get a better handling of the game, as well as just get a few more levels under your belt. It's Ida and those guys that are the you could be max. Oh.
괜찮으세요? 오라버니, 내 뒤에 숨어. 이 사람 홍원의 사람이 아니야.
자신의 복제 몸을 폐기하지 않은 지 일주일이 넘어갔구나. 어리석기는. 뇌까지 복제한 몸은 반드시 일주일 안에 하나만 남도록 폐기해야 한다고 당부를 거듭했거늘. 어떤 병도 없는 몸과 깨끗한 정신으로 사는 것을 기어코 멈추지 못하였구나.
할머니, 이분은 어떡해요?
머리는 금기를 어긴 자를 절대로 살려두지 않아. 그들이 무서운 이유는 모든 것을 지켜보고 언제 어디서든 나타나기 때문이란다. 밥을 먹다가 잠에 든 순간에도 혼인을 치르는 중에도 금기를 어겼다면 그들은 맥락을 신경 쓰지 않고 찾아와 형을 집행하지. 마치 그러한 자연 현상이 있는 것처럼 말이야.
That was the interesting thing, because a lot of people did not read Hong Lu's book. A lot of people went through and tried to read as many of the books as possible when Limbus was first announced and as the games went on. But Dreams of the Red Curtain, or whatever it's called, is just a brick wall of a book. And again, I don't want to... No spoilers from Kanto. But... it's important to note that Hong Lu, as he is in-game, is the end of the book Hong Lu. Yeah. Like, the Hong Lu's book is obscenely dense. So it's just like, Jesus. A lot of people like, you know, fuck that, I'll pass. Hong Lu has been, like, an interesting... We'll get into that in a second, but I'll finish my initial point. Hong Lu's personality and his takeaway to, like, life that we've seen him as a sinner is the moral that he gets to at the end of his book, where he finally learns to detach himself from worldly desire. And, you know, he achieves the atypical, like, enlightenment in that type, in, like, I think it's Buddhism. Like, you know, leave yourself shackled not to mortal desires. Everything is fleeting. Enlightenment in what mattered. And I believe that the book is meant to be almost a critique of such a mindset. Because where that is normally seen as the height of enlightenment, where everything is ethereal, don't put unneeded value into things that don't truly matter, Hong Lu's is taken to an obvious extreme extent. And as we can see, it is even worse in this context as to see now we see how he has gotten into such a state. But it's also interesting because a lot of people didn't read Honglu's book. So, like, Honglu as a sinner has kind of just been floating around, like, the middle of the pack of, like, general reception to the sinners. Like, people have their favorite sinner. Like, admittedly, Dawn has been the #1 reigning champ. He never talks. He never stands out. He's nothing affront. People don't know him that well. But people don't actively dislike him either. He sits right near the middle, maybe a little low, to just a general reception. And that makes this canto even more interesting.
괜찮아요? 잠깐 멈춰주세요. 이 사람을 붙잡아주세요. 이러다가 떨어지겠어요.
예? 저자는 이미 글렀습니다, 도련님. 저희가 도와드린다고 해도 소용이...
저렇게 고통스러워하고 있는데 어떻게 지나쳐요? 도와주세요. 제발요.
오가, 너는 저들을 모두 구할 수 없을 거란다. 그럴 땐 어설프게 구하지 않는 편이 이롭지.
알아요. 모두를 구할 순 없겠죠. 그래도 저렇게 제 눈앞에서 떨어지고 있는 사람만이라도.
지난 제적일 때도 너는 이곳을 곧바로 지나치지 못하더구나. 그리해서 네 행동으로 목숨을 구한 이가 있었느냐?
아니요. 그래도요, 할머니. 그래도요.
그러거라. 깨닫는 편이 이를수록 좋을 테니. 왜 그러니, 보호가?
잘못 봤나 봐요. 눈이 마주친 것 같았는데.
왜요? 어째서 다시 보고 싶지 않았던 옛날 장면들이.
So, it's an interesting thing for Ryoshu, because I haven't actually read her book. I also haven't read L'étranger, but fuck me, Merceau is the one I'm the most excited for. I've been excited for him ever since Heathcliff's happened. He's been my most excited for. But unfortunately, he is French, so he's at the bottom of the tier. But with Ryoshu, considering what we know at the end of her book, I don't know how it could be at the end, because I know hers is, like, pretty short. Like, I've gotten a synopsis of it, obviously. Like, I know the big beats, but I don't know how we could be post the ending of it, because I am so ecstatic for Merceau. Oh my god.
수감자들에게 발현되던 능력도 평온한 상태에서 이루어지진 않았다.
Not to mention, once we're past Merceau, we get the final answer of would Dante be next. He is sinner number 10. I highly doubt it, because that's not the actual way that cantos are going. But Dante's sinner number has been kind of, like, very ignored in the game, very cheekily.
그러니까 너의 원망은 정당해.
Because Dante is coming last. Like, he's going to be, if not past Faust, then during Faust. I would assume past, because it's like a big That's a
이곳에서
big
무슨
moment
일이
for him.
있었는지 조금도 이야기하지 않고 그저 웃기만
It's
하십시오.
Art, Boris. I'm saying you know a lot of the stuff going on in Ruina, right? You did finish all that just because I'm gonna be getting into the deep spoilers. We're officially breaking into theorizing for this game too, and it requires some Ruina knowledge, and I don't want to spoil just in case.
바깥에 나오지도 않고
All right. So,
제 물음을
with what we know,
웃음에
and again, I'm
지면서
not
얼버무려
spoiling this Kanto, so I won't go into the details. Because we've gotten,
그러다가 돌연히 대관원을 떠난다 하셨죠.
with the Superbia power and what we've gotten from the Golden Bows, it is... With Heathcliff's, we got Hakma's The Eye Embracing the Past, Building the Future. And then with Dawn, we got Bina's The Eye Facing the Fear, Breaking the Cycle. Each one of them have directly correlated with the Sinner currently going on. There aren't enough Sinners remaining to have everyone match. So, like, Ryoshu's is going to be the courage to protect, which that one can be pretty obviously inferred. Just inherently, she's following the same route that Gebra is. She's one walking the path of violence. She's going down, like, a very bloody, well-trodden path of violence and murder, and it's probably going to be largely about using those destructive desires, instead of trying to curb them, building them towards something more productive and more like constructive, defensive rather than aggressive, burning, you know, destroying.
무엇이 오라버니를
Merceau's, though, is the next one, because his is by far the most confusing one. His is Tiferet, the expectation for the meaning of existence. Which,
주인도 아닌 다른 후보자에게 이런 감정을 드러내는 건
I mean, in the novel, he has an absurdist view of the world. Like, that one is already very, very difficult to ascertain a concrete meaning and method for how that would embrace itself in the story. But then we get to the interesting ones, and why I was talking about when Dante is going to come in. Because Otis would get Netzox, the Fearlessness, to keep on living. Fair enough. But then we run into the problem of, at that point, we only have Faust. But we still have Hod's the hope to be a better person, and Yesod's the rationality to maintain discretion, and Malkuth's the will to stand up straight. So a lot of, like, there's a lot of, like, posturing.
다시 볼 수 있는 건가요?
글쎄. 그건
It
내가 아니라
is...
관리자님의 힘이라서.
Oh, cool. Oh, cool. I'll listen to that in a sec.
보는 걸 바라고 싶진 않지만 말리진 않을 거야.
But we need to, because if they're gonna fit all of the, I guess we just call them virtues from the Sephiroth, we would have to ascribe multiple of them to one sinner. Because, and this is the big Ruina spoiler, Dante is getting the knowing eye. The last one, Keter. It has to be. That is immediately apparent. The name itself gives it away. The knowing eye. Knowing oneself. Dante. The amnesiac. Don't even get me started into the fact that I'm out here. I've been genuinely since day one. I've been in the camp. Dante is A. He is the original runner of Lobotomy Corporation. And that's when you start getting into Lobco spoilers. But the fact that he goes through the same realization that A does in Lobotomy Corporation, and Angela in this particular example, is extremely fitting. But we have to understand where Otis and Faust are. I think at that point we would probably get multiple of them mashed together. Because Otis getting Netzox, the Fearlessness to keep on living, makes sense. But then the hope to be a better person also would work with a, like, post-war veteran who has been struggling to, you know, grow alongside everyone else who is currently gone before. And it especially fits because that means we'd be ascribing two of them to the same sinner. And that one could be a very interesting reflection on how Ode's story's going to go. And then you got Faust, who gets the two interesting ones. The rationality to maintain discretion, and the will to stand up straight from Yasad and Malkuth, respectively. Both of those fit very well into the theme of Dante's Inferno, as well as the Faust that we know, and with what she has going on with the Gesellschaft, or however you pronounce that. About how a lot of the other sinners have outright stated they like Faust in those brief moments where she is herself. You know? Where she is not curtailed to what the Gesellschaft has to be, like, spouting through her mouth. I think that's going to be her realization that the Faust that we have is the most important Faust we're going to get. And both of those are going to be especially important. We do live in a society. You get what you fucking deserve, Faust.
옆에 좀 수상쩍은 문이 보이는데 들어가 보는 편이 좋으려나요?
God, go play Lobco. It's so fucking good, dude. Holy shit. What? The fact that I can go into such, like, a deep diatribe about, like, existentialism within each of these narratives, and it all starts from fucking it's so fucking good. It's like tearing a band-aid off. It's gonna hurt in the moment. Once it's off, everything gets better. And you're all healed up and nice and good. You don't want to leave that on to fester. Also ignore Plank Guy.
그래, 자연스러웠어, 이스. 이대로 그냥 아무 일도 없다는 듯이 돌아서서 가는 거야.
어떻게 된 거냐?
아니, 저는 이럴 줄 몰랐죠.
Also, tying it back, like, to keep going with Ryoshu's, though, like, it's especially important because, like, the courage to protect. Because in the novel, like, she loses her daughter. Is it her daughter? I know it's her child. I don't know if it's specifically a daughter. And it's just the Inferno. Oh my, I know. It's fucking insane. There's 3 books to not give it. And then we get to the second batch, because clearly N-Corp is the main antagonistic force in Inferno, I guess we'll describe it as. Our first set of cantos. I am interested to see if we'd keep with these sinners, because we're running into a power scaling problem. We do not have Alephs yet. But there's a reason for that, because Alephs are such a massive increase in the threat. The pianist that wiped out an entire nest was a Vow. It was not an Aleph. Alephs are multiple district threateners, if not the city itself threateners. And Alephs are treated with fucking respect. Genuinely, neither Limbus nor Ruina have given enough credit to how fucking scary an Aleph is. You fight them in Ruina, and it does not feel like they gas them up enough. Fuck me, Lobco does not fuck around. Depending on the Aleph, of course. It's like... No, I know that. I'm giving it... I'm trying to instead state that by the time they would... Like, Alephs are of that level. I'm not saying they would succeed. I'm trying to instead demonstrate a power scaling essence to where they sit. You know what I mean? Like, Pianist did X, therefore Aleph bigger, therefore they can do Y. You know what I mean? Rather than stating that's what would happen. It's... We're reaching a power scaling issue, though, to tie it back around. Because we're reaching... We're not there yet. Because we just got Hanafuda, and she is a late Urban Plague. She's not even quite Urban Nightmare, but Kim's Urban Nightmare. So we're at that level. Especially because we're able to... We didn't beat Ricardo, but he's not like... Big Brother level, that's what Soto Capos are, and you fight them in Ruina at Star of the City. So we're definitely getting to be about Urban Nightmare, roughly around this point in the storyline. Once we get to Star, and there's no way we're... The final one, Impuritus, is a unique designation for a literal impurity in the city that the head has to remove. That's like a unique... Sancho is definitely the strongest ID, and she's probably Star of the City tier, yeah. Like, we're starting to, like, tippy toe into that slot. And we have 4 Kantos to go. Because it's, like, interesting that Hanafuda's, like, a step back, you know what I mean? Like, Alan is technically Star of the City 2? Or maybe he's technically Urban Nightmare. I forgot exactly when... No, you fight Alan at Star of the City, because you have to know the thumb. But Alan himself, because he's a leader of the Night Owls, who's like a subsidiary of the thumb, he's clearly not at that. He's not gassed up like that. So it's interesting that they're, like, taking a step back to give us Hanafuda, and presumably Alan as well. But at the end of the day, we're running into a power scaling problem that if we keep using these Sinners, like... We can't get to the point where we're getting, like, color. We're not getting an Argalia. We're not getting a Roland. Take my money and I buy them. Like... You know what I mean? We can't get to that point. I don't know what the fucking plot could throw at us if we have a fucking color ID Sinner. You know what I mean? I think we would have to get a new batch of Sinners. Which, that runs into the gotcha meta problem of people complaining that they've spent money on these units that they can't use anymore. But Director has outright stated he is using Limbus Company as a selfish method to tell his story no matter what. Even if it doesn't make a lot of sense sometimes. I'd want it to be Merceau, just because it'd be funny, Bullet. I subscribe to the rule of cool and also funny. Make it Gregor. I don't know why. He's pretty cool. I mean, if we got the fucking... What's his fucking faction called? Oh, God. If we got the Ensemble. The Reverberation Ensemble, that's it. Like, that would have to be, like... The... Fucking A. We start getting the color... And, like... You don't know how much I would pay to have a Reverberation Ensemble set. A full set of all of them. You could keep Argalia. I'll be fine. You could tack him on later as like a bonus purchase. We can, the point I'm getting at is we can't get to that fucking point. The Reverberation Ensemble was like an end game tier threat. Every single one of them individually was a Star of the City threat that have been boosted because they have gotten stronger, that are then also, if we're counting the post-game, mutated by the light and have distorted a second time and gotten even stronger. You can't get there in this game. There's not much that the city can fucking throw at you at a point. I think we would have to go with a new batch of Sinners. The library was the only... The head, obviously, but we don't fucking count them. Like... The library beats a fucking Arbiter. You know what I mean? They did it multiple times. We know that colors can beat an Arbiter. With the understanding that it was Gebra who did it. She's literally built different. She was pretty damn accepted as the strongest color. Like, and she handled everything going on in fucking Lobco. She handled multiple claws, and she handled an Arbiter before dying. Shit, man. But that's one Arbiter. Maybe at the end of the day, that will be, like, the final thing that happens in this game is us taking off the head, baby. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter. She won. Built diff. Get fucked. And we don't get rematches. We don't get recounts. There ain't no mulligan.
모래들이랑 자갈이랑 나뭇잎이랑 씨앗을 섞어서 최고의 환을 만드는 사람이 승리.
The problem with these topics is I have so much I've been wanting to talk about, but I haven't been able to expand upon because I'm trying to finish a current thought piece, and then the old thought piece I wanted to start on got lost. I remembered something I wanted to talk about before, but forgot. Because that's an entire aspect of the game we don't know anything about. I remember what I was going to talk about. It was main faction enemies and other once we get past the Inferno. But the implication is that it's the purple tier, but that cutscene was removed from Ruina. And considering the fact that what she did with Vergilius in Leviathan would make sense why she is, like, doing what she's doing, it also doesn't even, like... That's what I was going to say. Because it seems that Deus's, like, the way that she's set up, I'm willing to bet Deus's goal is to become the new head. Like, I think that is her goal, is to not take down the head, but to supplant them. She's posturing fucking big money. I'm willing to go all the way to the top for that one. Big fucking scary bitch. But I still never tied it all the way around, because like, N-Corp is clearly going to be the bad guys for this Canto. Or, Canto, this Intervalo. No, that's wrong either. The entirety of the Inferno. We already have, technically. Well, another question that follows up on that in a different way. Where is Z-Corp? What is that big ring that surrounds the city? Is that Z-Corp? Is that like a barrier? What's going on out there? Who knows? We got questions and we got answers. Yeah, Purgatorio or Paradiso would be like the fucking more endgame shit of Limbus. That's a long ways away, though. You gotta live to get there. But N-Corp is clearly the main antagonists of the Inferno. It's one that I've been wondering, because I don't want it to be. The other main theory is that Damien is Yknow from Lobotomy Corporation. That's like a big... There's been a lot... I have a lot of these episodes, and I've gone over this series multiple times. That's the big thing with him. He's Yknow. He is clearly being set up to be another antagonistic force. He is building the fucking Ensemble 2 in the background while we're dealing with N-Corp and their gaggle of dipshits. I don't want to fight Damien. I do not. Because there is no way that boy ain't Yknow. And Yknow does not deserve for me to sucker punch him in the face. I love him with all my heart. I love him more than the fucking sinners in some cases. You go fuck yourself, Dawn. I'll draw him a sheep. He just has to ask. Just give me paper, man, please. I don't want to fight Damien, man. But then, but like, we start running into problems of if we have a new batch of sinners. We have so much Damien tie into this batch of sinners, like Sinclair, obviously. But like, not Goobo, fucking, Fishbowl head guy, and Yisong, I forget his name. You have the Mirror Knight and Dawn. Like, Rim. I just remember, he's Fishbowl guy, man. He's there for 2 seconds in the entire game. I think I didn't forget him. He's so cool. Yeah. It's always been a question that I've interested it about. If we had to have a new batch of sinners, what 12 books would be represented? Like, would it be the same? It would have to be something new. And it's important that it has to be books from around the world. It would be interesting, you know what I mean? But ever since I saw a concept art for it, the one that I've always hedged a bet because it fits so seamlessly into this world is I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. Specifically having Am as a sinner themselves, fucking money. Holy shit, dude. Oh yeah. But I know it's because it's like, because you have to raise so many questions about what's gonna happen when Inferno ends. Like, if we get a new batch of sinners, who the fuck are they gonna be? How are they gonna be tied to us? Is it a new batch? Where do the old sinners go? If we don't get a new batch of sinners, how do we deal with this power scaling issue? And so on and fucking so forth. Like, what is our end game? Because the other gotchas presumably don't have this problem because they can just keep introducing new characters ad infinitum. But we can't do that because we have a very, very well-established high point to power. Man, I just like I have no mouth and I'm a scream. It's cool, man. I normally don't like talking over the movie, but, well, that's life.
그날은 오라버니가 이겼지요. 몸을 쓰는 놀이에서 처음으로 오라버니에게 졌던 날이라 기억이 납니다. 모래가 몸에 잔뜩 묻고 가환이 손바닥에 난 색채기가 따갑다고 울상을 짓고
그랬었구나.
Because we'd have to ask the question, if that is the case, if we are doing a loop, who else would join? We need a whole new batch. At least, I mean, at this point, I don't think we could properly predict what the fuck director's gonna do. We're on board his fucking choo-choo train-striped bus of a fucking wild ride, and he can feed us anything is onboard fare, and we're gonna eat that shit up, and we're gonna have a great time at whatever fucked up dystopian Disney world he's taking us to. He has not fucking let me down once. Even in the games where I am actively having the worst time of my life, I'm out here being fucking seconds, waiter. Yes, I'll even tip.
그러니 지켜만 볼 뿐이고.
You can have all my money, director, so you can make that anime. Fuck it. Like, how many games can you say have had the outright balls to, when Limbus first came out, Director San outright just stated, he outright just stated, yeah, we made Limbus Company a gacha game so that it can make us money, so we can use that money to make other games we want to be making. Like, it wasn't phrased quite like that, but how brass are this motherfucker's balls to be able to say, like, yeah, this game that you're paying money into, we don't want the money for that. Nah. Like, It's already entombed. It's in the VOD. I'll shake my finger at you. That one's very softball. Because, I mean, even knowing context, that's a very softball one. But yeah, no, this is the problem I have. Sometimes I get a little too heated, and then I'm like, so, about Chised's moral stasis, I wonder where that's coming in. There's a reason why I haven't brought that up yet. I went through all of them. Like, I wonder what Hong Lu is gonna get. How strange. Not to mention, and to try to know what the whole what's gonna happen at the end of the Inferno. If Dante regains his memories, if he's A, if he's X, or if he stays as Dante, whatever happens at the end of them, or if I'm somehow still wrong from my fucking day one theory that evidence has just been pointing to more and more, because he's a cool motherfucker and I love that. how will the game manifest? Like, I could outright see, once that is made apparent, that could be the reason why we go to, like, effectively war with Damien's faction. That would explain why there's, like, bad blood there. Even though I think that a confrontation between them would be built upon good reason, you know? I don't think it would just be spit and vinegar. It'd be because we both have our both, like, valid reasons for doing the things we're doing. You know? At least have it be an honorable duel. But I'm even thinking going even wilder than that. Like, if it does turn out to be like that, and we get the revelation of what Diaz is trying to do with Limbus Company, I could just outright see us leaving Limbus Company, or, like, seceding. Like, taking our batch of sinners and going to war with the company we've been building up the whole game. And we get a lot of the fact that we've been gassing them up this whole ass game, punishing us. Also, Yknow is flying up that tier list. Your definition of sexy scares me. But you're right, though.
장부에 적힌 놈들은 볼 때마다 기가 막혀. 우리 중기가 엄지처럼 섭격한 거. 그래. 딱
Without condemning nor condoning, I understand.
그게 체격이지.
It's so funny, the fucking controversy we got. I think Limbus might be a wing. Like I said, if we're going full big for Diaz, I think she might just outright... Well, yeah. L-Corp 3. We do not have a new L-Corp, yes. How would Limbus generate energy, though? Maybe that's what they're going to do with the monoliths? They're gathering distortions and other things like that to be able to effectively restart what Lobco was doing, but with distortions instead. Because now that we know that distortions eventually become abnormalities if untreated, maybe that's where they're gathering and selling off the monoliths for. They are doing that to make abnormalities in a different way, so as to maybe they're trying to kick that back off. Yeah, beat shit out of him. Yeah, pretty much. They're shitty at it. It's very funny. It is amazing that every time we've seen someone try to make a fucking ego suit, it just kills them. LCE is not doing a very good job. Faust actively sets herself on fire and then explodes, and Yi Song's entire job is inexplicably to get the shit kicked out of him. What a hero, honestly. Die of honor. And we have been told, especially with fucking interviews, but with the most recent Sinners, Dawn, and Rodion, we know that even the OG Lobco ones were not exactly foolproof. That he bought one at the very least, but yeah. We now are officially a company that is exporting something, which is fucking monoliths.
아픔이다 난. 슬슬 지루하니까 빨리 끝나버리는 게 좋겠다. 무지에서 도피하지 말라.
Terrifying concept, frankly. I don't want to look at H. Look how fucking terrifying this place is. H-Corp's fucking nasty.
맛있는 경험을 기대하지.
Hubert is my favorite, yeah. Of all of the tag-alongs from each, like, intervalo, Hubert's absolutely my favorite. And yes, his name is technically Herbert, and they did correct that. But Herbert is a nasty name. And Hubert, you're pure Chad shit. Big motherfucker. Got pecs. Oh yeah. Herbert, I'm taking his lunch money. Hubert, I'm inviting to my wedding. With Hubert. Because he's won my heart.
한 놈의 죽음으로 끝내기엔 죄가 높고 저기 벌벌 떨고 있는 나머지 녀석들도 쳐야
Yeah.
한다.
I'd be interested to see his story. Because a lot of that intervala was him talking about how he tried his best to make the world better and has kind of failed. Like, he has added a ton of innovations to his corp, and yet it remains a hellhole, despite all the good he's been trying to do. I want to hear his story.
널어라지. 정신 못 차릴 거야.
여기가
좋아. 이번에는 제대로 들어갔군.
Alright, time to get a bunch of question mark nodes. There are several talismans glued to the wall. I can feel the wind blowing through the barely visible cracks on the wall. Seems like there's something on the other side. Maybe there's a hidden passageway here? The sinners take a moment to investigate the room, and find a wall with conspicuously arranged talismans of different colors. Ooh, these must be colors that match each of the cardinal directions! So I have to peel the talismans in the correct order. Should we try peeling the talismans? Okay. There's something written on the blue talisman of the west. Looks like they're indicating that this is the first talisman to be removed. When I remove this talisman, the walls begin to shake. Which one should I remove next? Oh. Red. So north. Yeah. That's more of like a green, but that's blues, but like all allow, because that's clearly black. So yeah, north. I remove the red talisman in the north. The walls are now shaking with greater intensity. Next is center. We remove the yellow talisman in the center. The walls are now shaking with greater intensity. Project about to crumble any minute. And sell. Find some twinkling coins strewn about the debris. Hey! Secret! Well, we'll get back to that. You must be Jia Baoyu and his clan, right? I, got separated from my faction with the walls and suddenly burst from the ground. Some are still with me, but I don't think I'll get very far like this. Can you help me find where the rest of my faction is? Hey, if you help me out today, I'll look out for you when I become the family hierarch. Come on, man, help me out! Oh. Hand over the entry card. Oh. Choice unlocked with the worn entry card. Yeah, we'll give it to him. Guy's pretty annoying. But we don't have any reason to pick a fight with him when we don't know how many fights we've got ahead of us. It's not like he's being aggressive. Instead of starting a fight, I hand him the used entry card. Also picked up something like that, but it turned out to be pretty useless. Here's hoping this one will be better. Well, I guess I'll exchange your card for mine. Toss it or keep it, up to you. Oh, also, I picked up this weird bolus from another candidate. Seemed a bit fishy to me, but I guess I'll let you take care of it. Well, that's all. Hey, I won't go easy on you so the next time we meet, so watch yourself. Turn in one ally with the least SP, heals 10 SP. It's actually interesting, because I forgot that this area has actually unique ego gifts. Why is that not in the mirror dungeon? They could put the Heavenly King's Heartmending Veil in the mirror dungeon. We don't really have an ego gift that just gives you sanity. It's not much. Damn. It sucks. We enter a new room and see a bound prisoner next to a bolus on a table. There we see a candidate standing around as though they've been waiting for someone to arrive. Ah, now we have enough people for the special game to commence. Please direct your attention to the bolus on the table. Observe it well. It is the bolus currently in development here at H-Corp. It is yet to be commercialized for mass market use. Apparently it can help to restore your vitality once taken. But let's see how true that is, shall we? Do you think this is indeed a successful new product, or is it a failure? Now's the time to place your bets with your coins. Guess, is it a success or a failure? The candidate who gets the question right gains all the coins in the pool. Well, do we hope? Or do we despair? That's not the right term in this context. Nihilism? Sure, we'll go with that. What do we want, chat? We're forcing a chat interaction. Oh yeah, I'm a quality streamer. Unconsensual. Nihility. The other candidate bets on success. How many coins should we wager? 1, 2, or 3. No, but we're not a bitch. Oh, yeah, Scion. I bet 3 coins if the candidate bet 3 as well. Let's check, see what happens then. The prisoner swallows the bolus, so they look to be at peace. Wait a little longer, and the flower growing from the condemned grows more vibrant. How wonderful! The bolus was a success, it seems. The candidate to bet on it being successful will gain the coins. Also, bonus coins for your boldness. The candidate bet on it being failure, please submit your coins. Fuck you, Scion. You've ruined me. My apes! They're all gone. Maybe life is worth it after all, you're right. One speaks of hollow lamentation, the other yearns in an empty desire. One is a moon on the water's surface, a reflection, and the other is a blossom's image in a mirror. Flowers had bloomed over the bodies of the prisoners. I don't see any movement. Looks like they're all dead. These flowers possess the augmentative qualities of H-Corp, and most likely provide some advantage in the battles to come. Lotus, red spider lily, or nameless herb? Well, it tells you what one I picked in my previous timeline. Should we remain pure, or should we venture into the unknown? Please email your suggestions to me, and I will respond within the next 3 to 5 business days. No, actually, you do win, I believe, if you pick success. If I remember correctly, I did success and then also bet 3, and so you just get 4 coins. There is like an optimal way to get as many coins as you can, but it's fine. The game's herb. You pick the nameless herb, and it transforms into a small bolus. As the other flowers blossom in the mirror, let the prisoners rest in peace. We move on after paying our respects to the dead. Oh, it's this thing! See, this isn't the fucking mirrored. I don't want this. This shit sucks. Oh. Inflict, every turn start, inflict 3 rupture potency and 1 rupture count to all enemies. That's not bad. That's also in the mirror dungeon. Where is it, Project Moon? More like Project Loser. I don't remember what the other one gave you. I did this canto months ago. Fuck if I know. Hey, look, new enemies. They actually fought them before. I didn't think to read them. They do rupture. Real big shocker. I'm gonna kill them with hammers. I'm gonna kill them with win rates. Use the damage button? Shit, alright. I trust you. I can't legally do that. I have to click the green button. But here, I'll do this to ease your soul. There you go. You just clicked the random button effectively. Whatever fucking skills they had slotted in is what we're using. I must click all the green buttons that show up so I can generate gluttony, because the team doesn't have fucking any of them. Cool. I'm a green button. Just kick the shit out of that guy. Literally in this case. Death by Ishmael feet. Some people would pay for that, you know.
이 안정감 있고 부드럽게 잡히는 독신. 세상이 이런 푹신한 날엔 안 풀리는 일이야.
여기가 엽서겠군.
I just gotta deal with the flowers, then we can actually see more content. I honestly kind of forgot this part of this, like, Kanto existed. Like... Yeah. I completely forgot there's, like, flowermen. Like, why are these guys here? I don't think these guys are in the mirror dungeon at all. Or if they are, I do not remember them in any way, shape, or form. Very odd, like, fucking cryptid of a random jobber. If we're gonna see Ricardo again, I want it to be like every other Kanto. Because we saw him in Ish, we didn't see him in Dawn. We technically saw them here? It was in an intervallo, but he was here. He's my guy. You have to see him with Merceau. And that's because they're blunt buddies. They punch real good. He is my favorite character, of course. As is stated in the middle book.
쓰러졌다고 죄의 대가를 치르지 않을 거라 생각해. 오산이라 말했지.
Where's the index? Where are they? I'm waiting, Project Moon. If that really is your name. How are you going to implement the singleton mechanic? What even is the singleton in a deck that you can't customize? I mean, the other one's like the thumb, but the fuck... A lot of people used the thumb in their Ruina playthrough, which is so funny to me, because I didn't use a single ranged page in, like, any of my 2 Ruina playthroughs. Ranged pages are stupid and dumb. People could say they're, like, the best way to handle that part of the game, and I subscribe to the, nah, fuck that, son, you don't need it. Well, fuck them. Guns are for losers. Well, that's cool. It's a sign. We're getting an index sinner. Not an ID, they're joining the faction. Ah, welcome back. Alright, now if you'll, hey, what do we got up here? Oh, Jesus, Jeku. Not even fucking... I think your name would actually still be up here if we had, you know, gambled properly. Let's bring back the famous color block, famous character. No spoilers of what the hell we're going to be fighting around these parts. What would I not want to see? Because I'm immediately like, okay, I want to see smoke. It's weird we haven't gotten smoke, because it is a later edition, but it's like one of the core things you can build around in like, Ruina. Which is odd that we don't have that. I mean, I don't want to see Alan. I don't know, he's stinky. I mean, there's not much that I didn't like. Let me, like, fucking open the, like... Just Ruina receptions, I guess. Who the fuck did we receive? I want, like, an itemized list. Okay, let's see here. Who's stinky? I would have said the full stop office. I'm gonna be frank. I do not like ranged pages. Guns are for losers.
우리가 이 가주 대전을 위해 얼마나 많은 걸 바치고 이뤘는데. 너는 홍원 밖에서 풍족하게 지냈을 텐데 뭐가 아까워서 대전.
Yeah, the Hanafuda ish isn't real. I want to see fucking... I'm a little fucking pissed we passed it. I wanted to see Gay's office. They were my fucking pick.
가주가 될 생각조차 없잖아.
You know?
너 같은 게 가주가 되어서 뭘 한다고?
The carnival was another cool one, but I was way more into fucking
맞는
Gay's
말씀이긴
office.
하네요. 하지만 동전은 못 드릴 것 같아요. 죄송해요.
We've seen sweepers, we've seen the she.
너는 사과가 아니라
We have seen, and then once we get to Urban Nightmare, we have seen the sweepers, the she. The clocks can't come, the puppets can't come.
몽둥이를 써봤자 저를 미워하는 마음만
Children,
커질
Philip's already
뿐이에요.
here, and W Corp's already here. The only two options we have are the index and the smiling faces. And then if I had to pick between smoke or index, like, I guess we could actually do Musicians of Bremen, technically. They are like an expanded faction. Yeah. I fucking love Gate. To be fair, I was the guy that was abusing paralysis through all of Ruina. It's the single best status ailment in that game. I was out there actively deploying like a paralyzed guy for a while. Like, it was ridiculous. The single best page addition you could add was the one from, like, the Brotherhood of Iron or whatever, that has a 25% chance to inflict paralysis next turn on hit. Who the hell else we got? Like, if I had to pick between Smoke and Index, I'd go Index, but I wouldn't be happy about having to make that kind of a decision. Then when you get to Star, you have the Thumb. You can't have the Blue Reverberation. That's shit's not happening. Hey, what do? You summon monks? Oh, that's cool. You do talismans. What do they do? You take gluttony damage, lose sanity, and then you gain gluttony damage and sanity equal to rupture, and then you lose it? Oh, that's cool. Anyway, I'm gonna click the button. I'm too busy looking at an itemized list on my other monitor. I can't talk right now, game. That's when we officially get Liu, so I'd like to see a little bit of that. Like, if we're talking Liu at this point, we've gotten so much burn support, you just outright need Zhao, but she's way too big for us to handle. Kane Office is extremely funny, but, I mean, they're one that I could actually pass on, as much as that hurts me to say. You get more Index, Red Mist, Liu. And then you get to the four big boys. All of them. I want all of them. Yeah. There's not... I genuinely do not, like... The only one I really probably would have answered would have been Full Stop. Like, I mean, I guess I can pass on the Carnival. Sure. There you go. Like, that's the problem. I like all the content in both the games. Well, okay. No. Lobotomy Corporation abnormalities. Let's get the full fucking list, and I'm gonna bitch about half of these motherfuckers. I do not want to see their stanky ass on my center. Let's itemize this shit. In order. Standard training dummy would be the funniest fucking thing that could possibly come in a Walpurgis Knock. If we get a Walpurgis Knock on April Fools, I mean, there's a better answer, but that would be very peak. Scorched Girl we technically have. Scorched Girl is an ego. One Sin is being saved for Hakma. That is my favorite abnormality. He's coming with Hakma Trust. He's also technically already here, and while I respect the Gebera glazing that Ryoshu has going on, I really wish One Sin had gotten his own thing. Like, it's weird to say, I wish they had waited to give me my favorite abnormality. If I have to complain about something, I wish they hadn't done the coolest shit that they had done. Because I love One Sin that much. Queen of Hatred we got. Happy Teddy Bear, technically here, and then I forgot what they're fucking called. The non-abnormality. They're a... Aberration, that's what they're called. We have an aberration of the Happy Teddy Bear. We have an aberration of the Red Shoes. Theresia does not evoke any emotions in me. The Old Lady... I mean, we have an aberration in an event in the Mirror Dungeon. We probably have for most of them. Nameless Fetus is in a lot of... I know that's Scion's least favorite. Least favorite abnormality. Nameless Fetus sucks. That loser. Lady facing the wall. It's okay. Nothing there is peak. We actually technically already got that guy. but in a sense, we got like Teth versions of them as aberrations, which is very funny. 1.76 megahertz is another do nothing Abno, whatever. Singing Machines peak, want that guy. Silent Orchestra, all the Alephs are going into fucking peak tier. I want all of them. Well, that's the thing, is that Cold Knight, the Knight stole the freeze mechanic from the Ice Queen. She already had that mechanic. Warm-Hearted Woodsman, that's coming with, like... It was just said who got that, right? Yeah, he got the fucking, Wonderland shit, so that's coming with him. Would Warm-Hearted... Who would win? Because we only get 2. Like, we didn't get Servant of Wrath, and we didn't get King of Greed, and we definitely didn't get Jester of Nihil. Or Tiferet. So if Chesed had to get it, it would probably be... It wouldn't be the Road Home. Because that's like 2 like the Cowardly Eye Lion and the Road Home would probably not be your ones. It would probably be Warm-Hearted Woodsman and the Scarecrow. That feels a little weak though. That might be the point where we actually just outright get like the Emerald guy. I don't know what his actual abnormality name is. I guess it's like the Emerald King or some shit like that. The guy on the throne. Fucking Alice in Wonderland shit. You know, the Wizard of Oz. Is fucking one of them. But Warm-Hearted Woodsman is one of the strongest answers for what we could get out of Chesed's edition of Walpurgis Nacht, so he's cool. Snow Queen, I don't know if we could actually do Bloodbath and Snow Queen because of the deep personal to Lobco. It's the false throne. Maybe. The Runa exclusive abnormalities are very difficult to remember. Like, I remember the Bloodfiend Abno is just called, I think, Nosferatu is just his outright name, but I don't remember. And, like, the one at the end of the game is just, like, Girl with Hammer or something. Like, the one you fight at the very end of the Angela Gauntlet. Because that's another unique one. It's just the lady with a fucking nail and hammer. N-Corp. I don't remember what that one's called either. Yeah, Snow Queen, I don't know if we could get that. All of the birds S tier. Like, the birds have a special place in my heart above almost every other abnormality because I love the Apocalypse Bird fight. All-Around Helper... that's really hit or miss. I like All-Around Helper, but I really don't have an emotion for All-Around Helper. So whatever. Snow White's Apple, we already have it. You're really fucking me up, man. I'm trying to win rate over here. Can you stop that? I'm looking at my other monitor right now, you asshole. Stop doing these things. You're being very rude right now. You're fucking... You motherfucker. If you're gonna be like this, I'm gonna be like this. We're fucking... I'll give you the sauce. Alright, asshole. Come here. Fuck you. Maybe? I don't remember. Silent Girl. Price of Silence was actually, I think, in the beta. No, that was like Glowing Hammer. Price of Silence is another, like, we're getting that one for Hakma. That's like one... Well... I don't know if we would for Hakma. Fuck. Price of Silence is iconic Hakma maxing. But the problem with that, though, is that the one where, like, the big purple veiny, like, don't look at me guy is iconic to Hakma because that's how you make Blockma. And, I mean, he has an Aleph. That's, like, the main thing. I don't know, have you ever heard of, maybe White Knight? The main guy? He's probably gonna be there. I don't know, maybe he's not invited, I guess. So, Hakma, that's a fucking tough sell for what Hakma's is gonna be. Price of Silence is so cool, though. It's a completely unique mechanic. God, that, like, hurts to say that he might not be there. I'm gonna lose this fight. I'm, like, not paying a whole lot of attention, because I am doing this on the other monitor, but also after this fight I have to be done because I have to go to fucking work in like 30 minutes, and I'm trying to like speed this along, and he ain't fucking dying. I hope that when he dies, his moves die, because I ain't about this. Okay, good. So yeah, after this cutscene, I do have to be done. But, I don't know if I'm gonna get through this whole list. Just syncing things. I'm going down the list. I'm keep going. All-around helper. Snow White's apple we technically already have. I'm fine with that being just an ego. Spider-Bud we already have an ID for. Beauty and the Beast. God, that thing's fucking forgettable. I only remember because it is one of the best early game ego gifts, but it's so forgettable. Plague Doctor, White Knight, hallelujah, Lord and Savior, love him. And then number 47. It might, I think it's technically in second place, but I think it's my most requested abnormality. Don't touch me. Right along with Bald is Awesome or whatever the fuck. We have to get a Walpurgis on April Fool's one of these years. We have to get these things represented. Oh my god. I don't even remember a lot of the heaths we got to see. I know we got to see like the Queequeg heath, I think. But Rudolta of the Sleigh. God, Rudolta and the Sleigh and Beauty and the Beast are like two of the exact same breed of very forgettable. Queen Bee and Snow White's apple I confuse all the time as well. Bloodbath we've already talked about with Snow Queen. Open Cane of Well Cheers. Firm S tier. We already got multiple egos for them though. I fucking hate Alriune. Okay, fun factoid for me. Alriune was the first ever abnormality that pissed me off and soft locked my ass so fucking hard in Lobco I had to restart the game. That llama camel ass motherfucker can burn in the deepest pits of the Inferno. But some other Inferno, because it ain't getting into this one. Fuck you. There's your first answer to something I don't want to see. Alriune can die. Forsaken Murder is pretty cool, though. I'm glad we got a thing for him. Child of the Galaxy also has my favorite ego gift in the game, because I love HP regen. Huge ups to him. Punching Bird, cool. Red Riding Hood Mercenary, cool. Big Bad Wolf, cool. Don't need to talk about any of those guys. I think they're very self-explanatory. Fragment of the Universe. Man. I, like, never get that guy offered to me. He's so rare to show up. He's fine, I guess. Crumbling Armor is another motherfucker. Him having the earliest pale damage is cool, but I do not like his unique buff. I usually just avoid Crumbling Armor. Not big on him. Judge Bird, Poxbird, King of Greed, don't need to talk about any of them. All S tier. All peak. Little Prince. One of the single most forgettable abnormalities in the game. Fuck off, Little Prince. None of that. Letitia is, like, oddly popular. Like, I've always said the big three are Dare Fry Shoots, Magical Girl, and Red Riding Hood and Mercenary. Fourth place is Funeral of Dead Butterflies. But, like, if you had to keep going past them, I know Letitia is oddly popular. She's probably, like, top 10. I don't have strong feelings for Letitia, but people fucking love Letitia. So she'll probably show up at some point. Dream of a Black Swan, now that's my guy. I don't know why it's my guy. It's the fact that it's just 6 dudes, which just amuses me for some reason. That's Alriune. Fuck Alriune. Alriune is the worst. Alriune can burn in the deepest pits. Or cold, depending on your interpretation of hell. Alriune can cold in the deepest pits of Niflheim. Oh, there's so many fucking Abnos left. Holy shit. Jesus, there's so many in this game. You know, if we want to talk about one thing I want to see, I still want to see more of the tool abnormalities. Because it's something I've had a complaint about across Ruina and Limbus Company, is that the only abnormalities and distortions, to an extent, fucking close my get that fucking trash man beeping outside my window out of here. A problem that Ruina and Limbus have is that all of the distortions and abnormalities you can fight, or at least encounter, have to be ones, for lack of a better term, that you can punch. You have to be able to engage all of them in fisticuffs, because otherwise there wouldn't, like, be a game. But a large part of them are entirely passive or peaceful adjacent entities. Like, so many you can't punch a little music box. You can't. Oh, I got something unique. What do we get here? Faded poster. Effects of 1 and 8. Oh, 8. Okay. After attack, the target's defeated gain 2 points potency and 2 points count. For this encounter, each unit gains 1 offense level for every one enemy defeated at the after effect time. Oh, cool. Novel. But like, you can't punch a room. Like, the shelter, you can't punch that. How would that be a fight in Limbus and Ruina? It can't be. And I want to see more of those guys, because they're just such a, like, wildly underrepresented part of abnormality and distortion, species, kind, and all that, you know? Which is deeply disappointing. But, I mean, that's just kind of the inherent nature of this design space of the game needs things to punch because it's a punch game. Oh well. Hi, Magical Girl Done. I do need to be done. I have to go to work soon. But, if people still want it, who didn't grab it before, there's the friend code. I will have to be leaving to go eat shortly. But, thank you all for coming. Thank you for sticking around after the raid. I love you and I will have your kids. Not I'll have your children. I mean, I'm taking them. This is a threat.